Should.
He will be missed dearly.
True, he was a nice guy.
But we ended last session with us arriving at the Vistani camp.
You did indeed, and now I shall get these notes up.
And now roll initiative.
Yeah, everyone,
Yeah.
roll initiative.
Oh god.
As we walk into the camp, you see Tiamat flying down at you. You all take 2,000 fire damage.
Tiamat, and then Tiamat with wings made of beholders, with at least 20 more beholders behind. You don't. No. You don't actually have to roll initiative. Nothing's happening. Don't worry.
Get trolled.
You see Tiamat mounting Strahd flying towards you. Tiamat is the real villain.
Good old Tiamat.
I
Right.
got my shitty roll out of the way. Time to go back to Fiddler Luck.
Fiddler Luck sounds like an actual thing.
1 second.
goddammit.
Yo, Choco, what's the composition? We got a warlock, a ranger. We got warlock, a ranger, a sorcerer, and a rogue. Alright, so as you enter the camp, you see that the road is disappearing, replaced with like twisty, mudded pathing throughout the trees. You see that there's like deep ruts in the earth, like just the mud on the trail that you're on. Obvious, like wheels coming, like obviously they're kind of something from like a wagon. You keep pushing through like just kind of like the branches sort of sticking out through the road. Obviously not a very well kept place. Not a lot of people go this way. And toward the end, you start coming toward a clearing, and you see there is a river, and next to this river is widening to form a little small lake, several hundred feet across. And then just parked like kind of on the shoreline of it, really. You see like a few small tents, about 5 tents, each 10 feet in diameter, and they're all very colorful, very sort of like elaborate. They're pitched around a ring, like outside a ring of like 4 barrel top wagons as well. And then you can see sort of more toward the lake, there's a much larger tent standing there. Sagging form lit from within. There's and then you can see just kind of 8 horses having a drink by the river. You can see more in the center, there's a bonfire going. Several brightly dressed people, just sort of, a couple of them sat down by the fire. You can hear kind of lots of laughing. You can see some people very engrossed in just kind of looking at this one person who might be telling like a story, and then you can see a few others just sort of dancing around, having a good time, getting drunk.
As we walk into the camp, does anybody notice us?
No one notices you.
Let's steal the horses.
So the people who are like enamored with the one person telling this story, were they like sitting around a fire or something like that?
Yeah, they're sitting around like the fire, just kind of in like a little sort of circle. They're all just staring at him as he's kind of like telling a story.
Vincent is going to approach that group of people and just kind of like listen to the story until someone notices him.
Right, okay. Well, it doesn't take long. Like, some people just kind of like wave at you, but they don't really pay you much attention. And then you like, are you saying? Are you just approaching? What are you doing here?
No, I'm going to like walk up to them and like I'm probably going to stand behind where they're sitting at with my arms crossed.
Right, okay. Well, some of the ones that are like staring, well, like kind of looking at the person, they see you, they give you like a pleasant nod, and then just kind of go back to the person. And then I'm assuming you're listening into the story.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see this guy just kind of like, you know, he seems a bit distracted for a second. He's like, "Oh, hello," and just kind of turns back around. So anyway, right, back to where I was. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing right now. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, though, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground, but they were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes, I did. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet his magic survived. By his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown down 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, you know, he had anything of value. But the river Rivlis had already spirited him away.
Are there any trees nearby?
Yeah, you are kind of surrounded by trees. Like, there
Yeah,
is
but,
trees.
Like, is there a tree I can lean on while listening to the story?
Oh,
yeah.
nearby from the bonfire, not particularly. The close,
Uh-huh.
like it's probably like maybe 15. Like the closest tree is like maybe 15 feet away.
Well, then I'm just standing near the group, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, that's the that's the story. He turns around like, so hello there. Did you enjoy the story?
Is he talking to anyone in particular, or just
He
like
ta-
our group?
He kind of turns to you because he can see that you're like, you're not part of the area. You can see you're very dressed differently, and just kind of tries to approach you a bit, like just start conversation.
Yeah, so Vincent is going to reply and say, "That was a very interesting story for someone to stand against Strahd and live to, and be able to live."
Oh no, he didn't live. I mean, didn't you hear the story? He got thrown off
Very
the
nice.
cliff, and well, it was too late. He got spirited away.
That is quite unfortunate.
That is, but what can you do? Strahd's a devil. Not many can stand up to his might, you know. So, he kind of like smacks his like thighs and just pushes himself up. So, what can I do for you? Clearly new to the area. Pleasure to meet you. Kind of extends his hand outward.
Vincent will like take his like forearm and do like the forearm shake.
Oh,
And he's going to say, "I have heard of a I don't know the woman's name, correct?"
no, you would now because the Vistani lady told you her name. It was
Did she? Okay.
yeah. I could
Madam,
be.
was it?
Oh,
No, it was Madam Ava, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I remember now. Going to say, I heard that Madam Eva was here. I am need
Oh,
of her attention.
the madam. Oh, well. How did you know she was around here? He just kind of like narrows his eyes a bit, just kind of looking around, kind of very nervously.
I would tell them that I heard from a few Vistani women in the village of Barovia. What was the name of the tavern we were at?
That
Half moon or something? Crescent
was
moon?
called. need to get that back. Hang on a second. Blood of the Vine.
Yeah. I would say that I heard from the Vistani women who own the Blood of the Wine Inn, or tavern, I guess.
Vine, Vine. But
Yeah.
okay. That makes it. But why would they tell you that? We don't know you. Obviously, you're outside. Doesn't matter. I mean, well,
Gibo
sure,
gasps.
sure, fine. I'll take your word for it, I guess. If you know that they were Vestani that owned the tavern, I suppose. That's fine. I won't press into it, I suppose. The madam's tent is he kind of points to the more like larger one, kind of more isolated toward the lake. It's like in that lovely tavern, well, that tavern, that lovely tent over there.
Vincent would say, I do appreciate that. Did any of you guys want to say anything during this?
No, Gibo doesn't really have a reason to be here, so he's fine.
Leah's
just
just
following.
listening attentively.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll thank him for pointing out the tent and his time, and then I guess I'll lead the group over to that big main tent.
Okay. He's just kind of.
Gibo wants to ask Vincent, like, why are we here? Why are we looking for this Madame Eva?
Vincent kind of stops for a second, and he doesn't reply right away. He would be like his back to you, and then he'll stop and he'll wait a few seconds, and he'll turn around and say, "Well, I guess I didn't give you guys much of an answer on how I knew this. So to make a long story short, I had a meeting with my patron who gave me some information on how to get rid of Strahd, and our start with this was to meet with Madame Eva.
I see. Gibo kind of shakes his head like, huh. Because he's kind of surprised by the answer. So, just on a side note, we don't really, we haven't really gotten a mission to actually get rid of Strahd yet, right? It's just Vincent's thing right now.
Yeah, no, like you guys probably don't have much of a investment, but Vincent, it's kind of like a revenge thing for him since
I got that.
yeah.
Just making sure I didn't miss some really important quest stuff. Because Gibo is here on a different, for a different reason, so yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys are kind of just tagging along with me for right now, at least.
Yeah, okay. Just Gibo just looks confused, which is suspicious to us.
Vincent is going to. I assume Gibo like just kind of doesn't say anything. It just kind of stands there in silence.
Yeah, it's more like he's shaking his head and muttering like, "What a nut job," something like that, you know, because it's a pretty ambitious fucking thing to say, like to get rid of Strahd, knowing what we know right now.
After like a few 30 seconds of silence, Vincent is going to look at you and say, was there something else that you needed to know, or was that enough information?
Well, I'm kind of, you know, surprised, I should say, that you want to get rid of Strahd. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get why, but why does it have to be you? He's a pretty strong guy, you know.
at this point, it's pure revenge. I was humiliated one too many times, and Strahd's got to go.
Leah agrees with Vincent because she thinks obviously the reason behind her father almost being killed essentially is because of Strahd, so she stands with Vincent.
Yeah, no, I mean it is purely selfish. Like Vincent understands that other people have been suffering, but it's purely the motivation is for himself right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Gibbet
Um,
just kind of stares back like, this guy's insane. And he
Look,
just
I
says,
mean,
fair enough.
I get why you want to get rid of him, but you really think you're gonna be able to do it with this small of a group? We've all seen what happened last time we ran into him.
well, I have it on good authority that Madame Ava knows locations of some artifacts that could be of help in our journey. So that is what we are here for.
Supposed to be
People just
taking
looks at-
notes. Sorry.
Sorry.
Gibbet just looks at Fiddler and Vincent. I never said I was agreeing to going off with Strahd. What do you mean, this group? This small of a group?
Well, I mean, we know Leah and Vincent both want to take him down. That is basically a small group.
I mean, I just met you guys like 2 days ago.
Yeah, this is great.
Listen, if you guys do not want to be here, you may leave. I am not making you stay.
I get that. I mean, I'm at least going towards the Valakai because I need to go there myself. But after that, we'll see where we stand. That's all I can say for now.
That is
Yeah,
fair enough.
I agree
What
on that.
did you say, Pren? You guys all talked at the same time.
Oh, I just said. Oh, I was pointing to you. Oh, this boy's been taking notes.
I do have notes. Yeah.
I'm proud.
All right. Was there anything else, or do you guys want to continue to the tent?
Is the lake close to where we're standing?
Yeah, it's not far. It's like it's like 15, 20 feet away from like the campsite. Really, it's just a bit isolated.
What are you
I
gonna
just quickly
do?
want to skip a stone.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, skip a step.
See what happens.
Give me a
Wisdom saving throw.
Initiative.
I'm guessing you're just trying to skip it as far as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a performance check then, I guess.
Lobs it in the water.
So, yeah, you pick up a stone, you find a nice one, something kind of flat, you think it'll do a good job. You give it a good toss, like, you've done a little bit of practicing with this before, but unfortunately, you kind of toss it a bit weird, and it flies a bit sideways and splashes, and it spooks one of the horses.
Ebo looks at Fiddler. What the fuck was that?
Alright,
You
let's
just
get
hear
this
one
show on the
horse
road.
just like all of a sudden rear up, and then everyone just starts looking at you like, oh, what's going on?
Leah mutters, "It always has to be you, doesn't it?"
What is
Was-
that supposed to mean?
Always fiddling about.
Vincent is just gonna facepalm and like rub his temples and shake his head.
Right, let's just get this show on the road then.
You see like a bunch of people just running up to the horse, like calming down, and then the person who was telling you the story runs up to you, Vincent. It's like, what happened? What happened to the horse?
Something must have spooked it near the water.
What? Is there a monster? Monster! There's a monster in the river! And then everyone just starts like, what? Grabs their weapons and just starts running to the river. It's like, where?
I
Where
think we
was
should
it?
enter the tent while this is happening.
Leah
Yeah,
mutters, "See what you've done now."
Vincent walks away. He walks to the tent.
Gibo follows Vincent, but he just stares in awe at what's happening near the river.
Where are you going? Where, you saw the monster, right? Where is it?
I only heard something. You should check the water.
Oh, alright, fine. You're going to ban me either, right? But just warn her at least. And then it just charges into the river. It's like, it's quite deep. It's like, some people are already in, and it's like waist high for them, and they're just like kind of just skimming around, like slashing their swords inside the river, like ah!
I want to sneakily throw another rock in the water while I run to the tent.
Okay, give me.
I feel like there should be. I feel like every villager should roll perception on that.
Yes.
Okay, so you're right. You're trying to stealth this one and throw it.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a stealth check then. Okay.
I want to make it clear that Gibo has already moved with Vincent away from all of this.
I am walking to the tent while I do this.
Yeah, but I'm with my back towards you. I'm not.
Just like a backhanded toss into the water.
How the fuck? Okay. Yeah, no one sees you somehow. So, yeah, they hear another one. Where were you throwing it? Further down the river or what? Just like.
No, like off to the side of the guy that was telling the story.
Back in the river still.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they hear that it's like over there! Get out of the water! Get out of the water! And then some people are just like get out of the water, but some people don't. They start running towards it, just slashing around the area, just having a little look around. Some people are like grabbing bows and crossbows and just start firing into the river around the area. Like, we'll get it! It's there somewhere!
No, I just want to know, how are the horses responding to that?
They're freaking the fuck out. I mean, some of them are like kind of tied up to like hitching posts, but the others are just kind of like. Some of them are like kind of bolted. Actually, let me roll for this 1 second.
I can't do.
Quinn's chat. Can you clip this whole thing for me?
Okay, so
It's always
there were
Fiddler as well.
8 horses.
How many are left?
6 of them are well, no, not 6. 5 of them are like freaking out, but some of them are tied up, so they can't do anything. 2 of them have already bolted away from the camp, but one of them is literally just stood there, completely still, completely calm, not giving a fuck about any of this.
Sus.
That's a
I just
horse.
imagine the horse just standing there like, dude, seriously, come on.
It's just kind of looking around and like, and then just goes back to drinking.
I was just like, this is fine when everything around him is burning. I cannot believe that happened. Jesus Christ.
I can't fucking breathe.
So
What the actual fuck?
That's such a filler thing to happen as well. Amazing.
Leah
just walk
scolds
into the
them and
tent
tells them to
while
get into
laughing.
the tent.
Well, to be fair, it was just Fiddler that was messing around.
I just walk into the tent snickering.
Give it just a look of awe, like what the fuck just happened.
So yeah, as you walk into the tent, magic flames inside are casting a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, and inside you see is revealing like a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. You see glints of light flashing from a crystal bowl on the table as well, and you see a hunched figure peering into the depth of it, and she kind of like, she doesn't really look up at you, but she's wearing like very elaborate, very fine like silks, really like this is some very fancy like stuff, especially compared to what the others are wearing, and it's still very colorful like everyone else as well. And she she just kind of raises her voice like, At last you have arrived. And yeah.
Do we
Uh,
hear what's going out? Oh, what's going on outside from in the tent as well, or not?
Uh,
Like, do we hear like muffled screaming and horses panicking?
Perception check, let's go.
give me a perception check.
I mean, I would figure out we could still hear it,
Well,
right?
I mean,
Is it?
yeah,
Do we hear some noise? If of course, Fiddler.
Yeah.
I'm more curious if
Yeah, okay,
Madam
well, pass
Eva
it.
hears it.
No, she doesn't hear anything. But yeah, Fiddler. Well, I mean, the rest
She's
of
so
you,
deaf.
the rest of you can, but Fiddler especially. You can still hear like splashes of water, a few muffled screams, and yeah, Fiddler, you just hear, "And what over there, over there!" It's like, it's a fish, sir.
I just keep snickering.
Sorry, but yeah, at last we arrived.
Vincent is going to say, "You are Madam Eva, I presume."
Yes, that's correct. And I have been expecting you all.
Gibo just raises an eyebrow. Even me?
Yes, especially you. And of course, well, you dear, kind of points towards Irina with you. It's just like, you are a bit of a wild card, but, well, it was foretold you would be with this particular group, so yes. Welcome. Well, I suspect I'm aware of why you are here. It is relating to, well, a certain an evil presence that's kind of looming over this land. Is it not?
Vincent says that is correct.
Ah, you see, I do know quite a bit about what is happening around these parts, so it is no surprise I am correct on this. She just kind of like reaches down, starts shuffling like a deck of cards. So, what is it specifically that you wish to speak to me about?
Um, Vincent says, "Well, I do have a few things. First and foremost, I was given some information that you may have the locations of some artifacts that could help us in our journey. If that is
Artifacts.
true, I would appreciate that information."
Well, dear, I would prefer if you specified what sort of artifacts. What do these things do? What is your goal here with these items?
Anything that could help us in our journey of ridding the evil of these lands.
The evil? Do you mean she kind of like reaches a bit for like grabbing things like you mean it could grab like a little crest as like you mean Strahd?
Yes.
You can see that she's like toying around with like a stamp that's got like a crest of Strahd's emblem on it.
Uh, yes, that is what I mean.
Hmm. Well, that is quite the tall order. How can I be sure that by telling you these locations you will accomplish your mission? Where many have tried, but of course they've all failed. Should I tell you these locations? How can I be assured that you will accomplish your task and that Strahd might not take these for himself?
If anyone wants to jump in, feel free.
Hebo has no investment in this conversation. He's just
Leah
looking.
would Leah would say, well, it's kind of personal for some of us, and the group already has kind of stuff that he wants, and we're not going to give it to him, so.
Well, words are one thing, dear, but actions are another. I need your word that you could do this.
Well,
Wait, didn't you
No,
just say
yeah,
that word?
no.
Very contradicting, but okay.
Well, fine, I'll phrase it differently.
Yeah. No, she says what she said.
I think Finley wants to say something.
yeah, I turned to her like, are you familiar with the haunted house in the town where we
Bing
just came
bong!
from?
Bing bong! Bing bong! Ah, the house.
The
Yes,
one
I am
that
aware of that. The
no
death
one that
house
entered
people
has come
call
out.
it.
Correct. We came out of there and the house is no longer standing.
Hmm. Oh, very interesting. I have heard that it has burnt down, but to think that that was your group, well, I could believe such things. Very well. I could assist you, I suppose. So, you wish to know the locations of these artifacts? Let me get everything up, hang on. Also, Guy, thank you for the sub. Going out game, out of character. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Well, I cannot believe this elderly woman gets subscribers.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
wow.
She's Twitch streaming this whole thing.
29 months, amazing.
I know. Where the fuck?
Vestani OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Sunny
Immersion
fans.
destroy. I know. Let me
Only Vestani.
put this on loop. Can I put this on loop? I don't know if it's on loop. It's on loop now.
Who's taking a piss?
Sorry.
That's everyone
Like,
splashing around in the water.
I want to have
Get
a
him,
quick
get
listen.
him.
It's right there.
Get him, Hank.
Fuck's sake, no.
Where the hell is the deck? I have a deck, but I don't know where it's gone. Is it in here? Potions. No, no, no. There's a handouts. Is it in? Ah, where did it go? Apologies. Give me a minute.
No worries.
Is this it? Oh, God's sake. Is it in here? Art pack. Everything. Oh, I don't know where did it. The hell it went. I should have looked for this earlier. My apologies. Is there a search function? No, it's not on this one. Oh god, I don't know where the hell it went. Okay. Let's see if there's an online one.
gonna grab something to drink real quick.
Yeah, that's a. I'm trying to find this deck of cards. I don't know where the hell it's gone though.
What is the deck called?
The Taroka deck.
Eroka deck?
Yeah. I don't know where the hell it went. I can't find it in my notes anywhere. Oh, is it here? Hang on, I think I might have found it. Let me find out. Oh, I found it, I found it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, hang on. This isn't what I was looking for exactly. What the hell are the cards?
What I'm seeing is the Taroka deck is an add-on. These content packages are available via a drop-down menu in the game add-ons section of the game details page. Select the one you wish to add and click on the blue Add to Game button beside the drop-down menu.
Right, I've used them before because I had to use them when I was setting up the game, but I don't know where the hell they vanished to. That's the annoying thing. The Taroka deck, blah blah blah, composition. Maybe if I look at like setup.
Fuck.
Welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna just Google deck reading. Taroka.com. Perfect. This'll do. All right. I was expecting there was a website specifically for this, and it turns out there is. Excellent. All right. So we'll go back to the reading then. The Taroka deck. I need to get those things back up. There it is. All right. So. Okay, so yeah, she draws out the first card. So, artifact number 1. You see like a card of like an old man, like a kind of withered man, very like poor, kind of giving a coin to like an old lady just covered in like robes. There's two coins.
Do you have this pulled up on stream?
No.
Okay.
Fuck's sake. Everything's gone missing. Here we go. Okay. So 2 coins. Here we go. Right. So, the first treasure. Look to a place where sickness and madness are bred. Where children once cried, the treasure lies still. This is your hint. This is your riddle. These are in riddles.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I'm writing it down.
That's fine. So look to a place where sickness and madness are bred. Where children once cried, the treasure lies still.
treasure lies still, right? You said. Or...
Yeah, the treasure lies still.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's look to a place where sickness and madness are bred,
Yep,
where
BRED.
children cried.
Yeah, where children once cried, the treasure lies still.
It's a
Could that
child
be
bakery.
referring to the place that we demolished already?
I didn't see any bread. Oh, I don't know. I actually ate some bread. I don't know. Like,
The children did cry there, and madness kind of was bred there. It was freaking crazy.
I'm wrong. It
We
could
did also
actually
get
be.
pretty nauseous from the corpses that were rotting there.
Okay.
And there were
I've got
goblins.
that. You can move on.
Okay, 1 second. I have to write these down as well. I have to change my notes because little behind the scenes thing. Every time this is done, the treasure's locations actually change.
Oh, how many different possibilities are there? Are there
Oh,
quite
that's a
few,
lot.
or- Oh shit.
That's why this game is so replayable because each artifact has like 38 different spots that they could be in.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's not
there's a
too
lot.
much. Well, that sounds fine.
So like that. Okay. So the next card she pulls. Wait, is that one of them? That's not one of them, is it?
It's just the same hint again.
It's not a common one, is it? I'll check. I'm getting confused with my tabs. Coins. No, it's not. I didn't think it was. You tricked me, website! Okay, the next one.
Tricksy hobbitses.
It is a Trixie Hobbitses.
I accidentally drew a line because I thought I was on move the map.
I got it. Okay,
Thanks.
that's alright. Okay, so the next one is what looks like a new recruit knight, like a squire, kind of like kneeling
We lost
down,
Peachy.
holding a sword, like it's kind of look like a little sword, like it's it's that sort of pose where it's like
Where you offer the sword toward someone.
yeah. Oh no, not offering. Like the sword is like straight downwards, like like kind of the blades on the ground, like touching it, and they're holding it by the handle.
Oh, you mean the kneeling before a sovereign with the sword in the ground?
Hi, Pat.
Is this squire or a knight?
It's a knight, but they're not wearing like very elaborate. They're like wearing some plate, but like cloth trousers, pretty much. It is this one. So the clue is, I see a sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies with him.
One more time.
The Crystarium in Final Fantasy.
Right, so I see a sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies with him.
Was it a brother or the brother?
The brother.
The brother. Okay.
A sleeping prince. What was the next part?
A servant of light and the brother of darkness.
Yeah. Have
It's
we
like
murdered
brother
anyone?
of darkness
Maybe.
with, is it like capitalized brother of darkness or not?
No.
Okay. Huh.
We might
So
have
that's-
murdered someone. We don't know yet.
So that's the knight kneeling, right? This
Yeah.
hint,
Well,
or-
the card's called the paladin, so just call it. Yeah, it's a paladin really. It looks
Is
like a knight really.
is that relevant, or is only the hint relevant for us?
No, it's not. This is just fluff. I'm just giving you.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if I need to note it down or not.
Yeah, that's alright.
Okay.
No worries.
So just to confirm that I've got it all right, a sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the treasure lies with him, but I mean that's it. I mean, at the same time doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. Next card. Oh. Okay.
Why do I feel like the first hint could be referring to the orb in the statue?
Oh
Oh.
no.
I wonder.
Okay. There you go. A man is not what he seems. He comes here in a carnival wagon. Therein lies what you seek.
That's the Final Fantasy 14 intro.
It's the trader from Village.
Wait a minute. Is this Skyrim again? God. Again.
You thought it was Strahd? The S stood for
Uh,
Skyrim all along.
Yeah.
Hey, you're finally awake.
So a man is not what he seems. He comes here in a carnival wagon. Therein lies what you seek. Is that a fucking Resident Evil Village reference?
That's literally what I just said.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Next card.
Man, how much do we have to do here? We're gonna die at like the first artifact.
I will say.
There's the spirit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now
we'll
you're
finally be
feeling
rid of
it.
Fiddler.
Don't worry, I got a backup plan.
Okay, so I will say, you did get rid of one very annoying treasure, but you now have a new, potentially even more annoying treasure.
What do you mean got rid
What
of?
I mean.
So in the original one, you got Vincent will know this because I told him in his one-off.
Mhm.
But remember where the sun sword was?
Yeah.
So it's not there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a good thing. But now you have a new thing that's kind of in a similar spot, but in an even more annoying spot for you to get to. So hey, have fun.
Oh, does the sun sword exist, but it's just at another spot, or does it not?
The sun sword exist, but it's at another spot.
Okay.
No
I
clue
I
what
didn't
this
know
is.
if you meant that it doesn't exist anymore and it was
Oh, no,
replaced or not.
All the artifacts are the exact same. They're just moving to new locations.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Oh, this isn't good.
I don't
Alright.
like that.
No, you won't. All right, so
Your
she
treasure
draws.
is in the eye of the beholder. Oh no.
She draws her next card, and you see like a grizzled old like kind of like beast man, a like tabaxi, wearing really old like clothes. He's sat on like a throne, but he looks really like disgruntled. He's holding like a wooden stick. And she just recoils in horror. Well, not in horror. She just kind of like looks up. It's like, I'm afraid to say, the worst of all truths. You must face the evil of this land alone.
Was that the hint or?
That was the hint.
Oh, okay. So I did not write any of that down. Can you repeat that?
Well, I'll just tell you. You got really unlucky with this one. So usually, this card this card that I drew is supposed to be who the NPC that you have to look for to help fight Strahd. And unfortunately, this card that we drew is the worst one, because there is not an NPC who can help you fight Strahd now.
Fair
He
enough.
just died of a heart attack as soon as the card was drawn.
Can we redraw?
I can't
Well,
answer
that's
this.
how fortune telling works.
I don't think you shuffled after drawing, you know. So. Like.
Alright,
But
last.
anyway,
last one?
yeah. Sorry, but what do I have to write down for that though? Like just we have to
Yeah.
face Strahd alone, or what?
Yeah, just put that.
You have to face. How did you phrase it? Like the evil or
The
something?
worst
or?
of all truths. You must
Okay.
face the evil of this land alone.
I just wrote literally, you must face Strahd alone.
I mean, that works. As
Me
long
too.
as yeah.
I just like having the official phrasing.
You
So
must
does that
scare the
mean?
camp.
And now, finally, she draws her last card, but before she reveals it, she'll look to you. She'll say, "Now, this card will determine your fate, and the final battle, where you will face this monstrosity." And she pulls the card.
Please don't fuck us on this one, Pren.
I'm not doing anything. These are genuinely the
Right
cards.
here, right now.
I already don't like the name of that
I
card.
was Strahd all along.
Oh, great.
Where is it?
Go on then.
Oh! Oh, dude.
Prin.
Yeah, just give us the hint. I wanna write it down. Shut up.
He haunts
Write
the
it.
tomb of the man he envied above all.
Wait, what?
So he haunts the tomb of the man he envied above all. Okay.
Yep.
So is that bad or what?
I can't tell you, unless you want me to.
Your reaction was enough.
No,
Honestly.
I will be honest. I really kind of gave something big away, but I can't tell you because otherwise I will tell you the location of where this thing is.
Oh. Okay, so just a quick question. Like, I don't think this is relevant towards the greater scheme. So on the fourth hint, right?
Yep.
Did we literally draw the only option that we don't get an ally for that fight, or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the locations for the items were pretty alright, except maybe one, but you kind of got dicked over with the high cards.
So I mean, like, how many backup characters should I have planned?
Maybe
About
3.
17. 78, maybe.
I will give you this option, especially because I did kind of like have terrible reactions with a lot of this. I will offer one redraw. In the sense of redraw the whole thing, because I did kind of like I did wear my like I didn't hide my reactions to a lot of this, so I feel a little bad on that. But I'll let you pick.
I mean, I think I would want a redraw. I don't like. I think 2 of those were pretty bad. Is what it seemed like.
The only other reason I'm giving this is because I'm trying. Well, at least half of you are new. Well, at least half of you are new. I don't want to just outright get you killed as well, because yeah, this will probably be very difficult.
The thing is, though, there's something really funny about us not getting an ally and having to face probably a really strong thing. So
I'll leave you the option, because I do still feel a bit kind of awkward about kind of giving a few things away.
I mean, I vote for redraw, but we can put this up to a vote.
Redraw.
2 for redraw. If it ties, I won't.
I'm just waiting for Kanami's answer.
I'm just gonna roll a dice, and if it's above 10, then
I
Yes.
kind of don't mind regardless. I'm fine with either. I just really think it's super funny that our fourth option is like horrible.
well, there's the answer.
So was that a reroll or?
That's gonna be a redraw.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Alright, we're gonna redraw.
But
At 20.
if we do this though, I really want to know: would we have to face that tabaxi thing before the boss then, or?
Oh, no. So the tabaxi thing was the description of the card being, oh, no one is there, no one will be there to help you.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't really.
No,
Okay.
yeah, it was
I
just.
figured we have to fight an extra boss thing. Great. But yeah. Okay. Then redraw. I'll have to remove everything I wrote. So
Yeah.
Give me a second.
So I will share.
Imagine if we just
You
rolled
had-
the same fort.
So one of the thing that got me laughing was you had one of the relics was in a tomb, and Strahd's location where you would fight him was in that same
Was
tomb.
this-
You shitting me?
No, that's why I kind of lost it. I'll be honest. I was like, no. All right.
That would have been kind of cool as well.
It kind
I
of.
mean, if that was the final artifact we found, and that just immediately went to the final battle, that would be epic. Look.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's a good chance you might not have done that because this game will be overworld and you could have gone straight there and, well, died.
Ah, I see you used your gacha reroll. Well, let me draw the course again.
Just kind of, all of a sudden, nothing affects you guys, but, you know, she just, like, just starts rewinding really quickly and just reshuffles, like, so, let me read you your fate.
Is it her rewinding or the entire world aside
Just
from
the
us?
just the entire world except for you.
Oh, we should just
So we're
animate
gonna
it.
hear the screaming again.
Yeah.
Nice.
The screaming is still happening outside in the river as this is all happening.
God damn it.
Right,
I can't believe that they haven't
write these
given up
notes
yet.
down again.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
I'm
this looks
ready.
like a fancy one.
Shh. Just. No reaction sprint.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
if you're gonna crack up, maybe you should mute yourself on Discord.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Draws a card.
Okay, I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty, plucked too soon. The master at the marsh knows of whom I speak.
Repeat.
This is like elementary school where you have to write down a sentence the teacher says.
Yeah.
It really is.
So the master of the marsh knows who I speak.
Yeah, the master of the marsh knows of whom I speak.
Oh, speak. I could just repeat the whole thing. So.
Okay. I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty, plucked too soon. The master of the marsh knows of whom I speak. You had to
Like
give me a
Debo
minute.
just has his notepad where the first hints were all just crossed out and he just wrote it.
She just looks at the notepad. What's all this? I didn't tell you any of this.
Yeah. What is this garbage?
I am good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good as well.
You had to give me a minute because this is actually a very,
Very heavy card. Made of lead.
it is. Oh my god! Pan!
Oh,
Holy
it's a
shit, thank
raid
you so
spot.
much for the raid! How was your stream? I saw you were playing a cheeky game. I like your new overlay as well, like your new like design choice. That was really cool. Beat Katamari PSP. That was it. Katamari. I couldn't remember the name for some reason. Happy to help? Hell yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that though. I love your new like Warhammer kind of aesthetic though. I noticed you've been playing a lot of Warhammer stuff. I need to get back on making my models. Sorry, I'm still writing down my DM notes here because this is a very rich card apparently. Okay, there we go. Alright, the next card. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
The next
I
card.
know where that is.
The next card is Jesus Christ.
Can he be our ally? He might do some good smites.
We have to grab him from the cave first. Only the second day.
But then we're gonna face Strahd there as well.
Okay.
As the
Strahd is
traitor of the Last
Alright.
Supper.
An evil tree grows atop a hill of graves, where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
An evil tree grows on top of a hill of graves. What was next?
Wait, the evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
Oh, damn, I almost got it in one shot.
Warhammer
Man,
pod. I
back
know,
in
right? Yeah, I
elementary
do
school.
love Warhammer. Sorry?
I said, man, after Note said that, I feel like I'm back in elementary school.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just about to say Prince should just pace around the room and just repeat it after a pause. Like 3 times. I feel young
Cool.
again. I'm about to die a horrible death, but at least I get to go back to school.
The tent has just suddenly turned into a classroom with the elderly woman just pacing about.
And some villagers playing outside.
Okay, next.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Go to the mountains, climb the white tower guarded by golden knights.
Wait,
Oh,
that was
go
it?
to the Greybeards.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, that was just disappointing after all the other ones had like a second sentence.
So that
Crazy
one,
riddle saying cryptic
that
shit.
one
then
was
go here.
go to the mountains, climb the white tower guarded by golden knights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, everyone on the stream, we're currently drawing from the Taroka deck to find where everything is for the big ol' journey. Okay.
Imagine if it specified which mountains, just like a clear GPS tracker there.
Go to McDonald's Hill
Oh damn.
and get yourself a Whopper.
Bryn, don't laugh, don't give it away.
The only reason I'm doing that is because we drew the worst of all truths again.
Are you...
Bruh.
I can redraw it, or I'll let you, or we could just keep that one.
No, we've had our redraw.
Okay.
You must face the evil of the land alone. Woohoo. Well, I mean, I got what I wanted, so the reroll didn't bother me anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just gonna put Loner Gang Poggers.
I mean, that's what he said, right? It's all these
Loner
cryptic against
gang,
him, Loner
big
Gang
poggy.
buggers. So it was the worst of all truths. You must face the evil of the land alone, or this land alone, right?
Yeah.
Which one is it? This or the land?
It doesn't really matter particularly.
It does for me. I want it
Okay,
to be.
okay, let me find it again.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
the land, then it's everywhere. If it's this land, if we leave this land, we get help.
I mean, I just
We're
want
just gonna
these
leave
to
the
be
camp.
Oh,
written down
true.
properly.
Okay. It.
Sorry for that.
That's alright. This land.
Thanks.
So in my notes for this, I just wrote fight Strahd 1v1 on Rust, 360 quickscopes only.
Oh, 1v1, you're gonna ditch us later in the campaign. That's good to
Oh,
know. I
well.
don't have to fight him. Good luck, Vincent.
Enjoy being lunch.
To be fair, he was bitten already. Maybe Vincent gets like a massive power up later. Wouldn't that be something?
Okay.
It's like Dark Souls. He just sits on the throne and becomes the new Strahd.
Alright.
Look at me.
And then, kind of repeating a bit, she's about to draw the last card and repeats what she said last time. And this card will determine where the final battle shall take place, blah blah blah. And he lurks in the darkness where the morning light once shone, a sacred place.
Okay, so just to clarify, our artifact that was like at the where we would have met Strahd, did we just roll the same place twice then? Is that what that meant?
Wait, what?
Like, did we roll the same location twice on our last rolls? Because you said we would fight Strahd at a certain spot where an artifact would be.
Yes.
So would it mean like we rolled 3 and 5 the same location?
No, this one's different.
Well, yeah, but he's asking about the
Last
previous one.
time. I mean.
Oh, last time. Yeah, last time. Yeah, you would have fought Strahd where there was an artifact.
Well, that's crazy that that's possible though. Like.
Yeah, this
that's-
game could go crazy like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, fighting him alone, having one location overlap, that's mad.
That's kind of why I
Imagine
also gave you
everything
the
overlapping.
opportunity to have a reroll, because that would have been like pretty impossible to do.
So if you actually went through with our first rolls, I have to apologize, because that would have been my fault. Yesterday I rolled on Genshin Impact and I had crazy luck, so that evens out here. all
Oh,
my
that
fault.
explains it. There you go
Imagine
then.
spending money on Genshin.
It was actually a free roll. I didn't spend on those. But
Okay.
Print, to clarify, I rolled the bow for Yoimiya on the first try.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, that explains why
Anyway.
the luck's been pretty bad then.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
Alright.
anyway,
What do you mean? My
that
luck
was
has been
our-
great with tossing stones and rolling up the camp.
I mean, in a
True.
way.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. The cards have successfully been drawn, and she just kind of puts the deck. Well, she just kind of lays the cards in front of you, and is like, "This will be a very dangerous, perilous quest you have ahead of you, but well." If you know, dealing with the Death House, I suppose you might not be any ordinary adventurers.
Vincent wants to ask her, that was quite a lot of information. Is there a certain artifact you would suggest going after first? This is me basically asking you, Prin, where should we go first?
Yeah.
You think we We should go to the darkness where the morning light once shone.
Give me 1 minute while I find that out, because where would it be? No, it would be this one.
To sort of add on to that question though, are all these locations that we just wrote down, all these hints, are they all on the map we are on right now, or are there more maps?
No, they're all. This is the world map.
Okay. Yep.
So they will be anywhere on this map, on like any tile, essentially, you know, and like any old dungeon, anything, blah blah blah.
Yep. Okay.
Um.
I'll be right back real quick.
Okay. Okay. She points to. I think it's that one. She points to the card of the druid, which is the second one.
The evil tree one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would suggest maybe tackling this one. However, maybe you might want to ask around for some help first. Maybe get a bit more prepared before you face this challenge. For this journey that has been prepared before you will not be an easy one.
So basically, level up, nerds.
And do some science
I'm
quiz.
not saying anything.
Vincent nods his head and says, "I appreciate the information. Thank you."
You're very welcome.
He has one more thing he'd like to ask. Unrelated to the current topic, but kind of related. Do you happen to have any information on my sons?
Ah. Yes, I have an update on my Windows 10.
Jesus Christ.
Quite the heavy question. Yes, well, I can't say I know the exact outcome, but well, she kind of like looks over a bit to Gibo.
Wait, what the fuck?
If you follow your friend here, you may find the answers of which you seek.
Vincent just kind of looks at Gibo for a few seconds and just kind of studies him and turns back at Madame Ava and says,
I can assure
"All right.
you, he means no harm, and of course he has not done anything to them. I could assure you that much. He may not even understand what's.
Wait, am I hearing it as well, or?
Yeah. You're like
Okay.
hearing this. You can like jump in at any point if you want, but yeah, he is. Of course, he is. Well, probably very unaware of your situation, but follow your friend here, and you may find the answers of which you seek.
Vincent just kind of looks at Gibo and studies him for a few seconds, then looks back at Madame Eva and says, All right then. If anyone needed to ask anything else, feel free.
Debo's just staring weirdly at you now.
Leah wants to ask her if she knows anything in regards about the dragon that she has now.
Your dragon. I'm afraid I actually don't have any information on this. I can assure you it's a very, very rare thing you have indeed. There aren't, well, orange dragons don't quite exist in our lifetime, so seeing one in person is quite the treat, I will admit. I'm afraid I can't help you much there.
Leah's asks, like, in general, is there anything she thinks that she should tell her, or no?
Well, I do know that dragons at a young age can be quite heavily influenced by, well, certain actions. So, I would suggest behave accordingly, as you would hope for this dragon to grow up as, I guess.
Okay. Leah's satisfied, and she'll just kind of like step back and let anyone else say anything if they want to say anything.
You shall always include the word dude in every line you say.
Debo's fine.
What was that, sorry?
I said Gibo's fine.
Okay.
Doesn't need to ask anything.
Thank you so much for the follow, I really do appreciate that.
Okay. Vincent will say, we do appreciate the help. We will get on our way then. And then he's gonna turn around and start walking out.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure assisting you. Oh, actually, before you leave, I was actually asked to hand you this note. I don't know why I did that in real life, but you know, immersion, I guess.
Ah, thanks. I'll just grab it real quick.
Yeah, it's very good.
Is she handing anyone in particular, or just the
She's
group?
just kind of handing it out. It's like, yes, from Strahd himself.
Oh, fuck. I would assume Vincent would like to grab that one.
Yeah. I would have stopped, because I was like going to walk out, but I would have stopped when she said she had a note, and then I would have turned around and went back and grabbed it.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you grabbed the note, and was that it, or?
Yeah, I'll grab the note and I'll like, is it a letter or what
Yeah,
is it?
it's a letter.
Okay. Yeah, I'll like unfold it and like read it.
Okay. So inside is a invitation. The letter just kind of briefly states that your whole group have been cordially invited to Castle Ravenloft to partake in a nice dinner with Strahd himself. You don't have to go straight away, but yeah, it doesn't say this on the invitation, but Madam Eva kind of like abrupt, like halfway through your readings, like, you don't have to go straight away. However, I wouldn't, if you were attending, of course I would hope you wouldn't keep him waiting, but at least, well, you have a day.
Right. So, two
So-
questions.
You go ahead.
What was the name again?
Castle Ravenloft.
Castle Ravenloft. Wow, I completely fucked that up. And can you point on the map where that would be? Because I would assume
Yes.
we
you can see it. It's that big castle just...
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That's where it
Okay,
is.
figured. Okay. Thank you. That
Alright.
was my question.
Okay. Anyone else?
Colors the castle.
What color's the castle?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, it's like, I mean, you don't know. You can't see it. Really. You can like
Oh, okay,
see the
okay.
outline of it, but it's like it doesn't really look it on the map, but it is very, very high up, like a few thousand feet
Good.
up, and it's
Okay,
very
I
far
got
away as
got
well.
an
Yeah.
idea. So I'm gonna assume that's probably that was like the third thing we were given.
Yeah,
I
this is-
think.
Ooh.
Okay. As for the second the second riddle thing that we got, the one about like the tree, would that happen to be like where we saw like Gibo's body disintegrate? Because wasn't there like graves around there?
Fiddler.
Yeah,
Oh,
with my
Oh,
No,
Fiddler.
you,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
I see how much you like the goblin.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No worries. That's a good question.
So she pointed toward. Well, she suggested
Well-
you started with the second card that was drawn, which was
evil
the
tree.
druid. But yeah, she hasn't told you where. She hasn't told you where anything is, and what she handed you wasn't one of the artifacts. She just handed you an invitation to a dinner with Strahd.
It's basically a sixth thing.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it's a sixth location we
Yeah.
might have to
Well,
go
she hasn't
to,
given.
right?
Yeah, she hasn't given you the cards, but yeah, she just pointed. They're all laid out on the table
Check this, I suppose.
because they're like tarot cards.
Yeah. Let's just steal them.
There you
I'll
go,
be
man.
right back, guys.
Okay.
What did you say, Vincent?
He said he'd be right back.
He just leaves the tent
Yeah.
to look for the fish or whatever.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with? I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you might be busy, and well, I wouldn't be one to keep Strahd waiting as well. So I would maybe recommend you attend that dinner of his. But well, of course, it's up to you.
I want to ask her if she knows anything about like my corpse showing up on the news outside of the camp.
Very interesting. I can't say I do. I would imagine it would be some fairly high-end. Well, I imagine it would be some fairly high-end magics that were used for this, but you specifically, you say? Maybe it was a warning
Correct.
of sorts from someone.
I've seen reflections of my arm being missing. I've seen myself disintegrate on a noose.
Oh, your arm as well. Well, did you do anything strange as of late? Did you anger anyone in particular?
And he angered.
She just like looks at you a bit in shock, like, oh my, well,
He just
quite the
stares at Leah
trouble.
as well.
Well, young one,
Where do we begin?
Oh, you're quite the troublemaker then, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I suppose with a mischievous nature like yours, from the sound of things, you must have angered the wrong person.
He would just smirks at the fiddler.
Is it me or is there a bunch of screaming going on outside?
Okay, hang on, as you say that. Yep, she hears it. It's like, wow, oh my goodness, you're right, there is a lot of screaming going. Could you go check what's happening? I'm quite
Let's go
concerned for the
scurry
cat.
out.
Sure, and I leave the tent.
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, please, do make yourselves at home here. We are a very welcoming bunch, although sometimes they do get a bit of a bad rep. But yes, enjoy your visit and safe travels.
Ibo nods and leaves the tent as well.
Okay, so as you
And he side-eyed Fiddler when he walked away as well.
as you leave the tent, chaos has ensued. The horses are still going crazy. People are still.
I feel like.
We should wait for.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
How long were we planning on going, by the way?
We could do we usually go till like 10 p.m. VST, I think, don't we? So we could do that. And
I mean, on Saturdays, yeah.
oh, fair. Oh, it's Friday, isn't it?
It's Friday, yeah.
It's almost 9. So
10 would work for me, but I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, same here. I do have work tomorrow.
PT, you good with that?
Yeah.
All right, we could do an extra hour then.
So you said there were like 38 different options per artifact slash thingy?
Pretty much.
Even for the fourth one?
Yeah.
But it's incredible we roll that twice then. That's insane.
Yeah,
Like, what are the
yeah.
odds of that?
Oh no, the fourth. So the last two, which is
They have a lower amount.
yeah. So the last two is you're drawing from the same cards but like a different deck. There are 16 options for each of those.
That's still insane though.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. It's 12 and a half. Half that again. It's like 6.25% to roll that twice
God damn.
or something.
You shouldn't
wait,
have
that's
played
rolling at
Genshin before.
I think it's even half of that because you have to roll it twice.
Yeah, that's
To be
true.
fair, I got what I wanted though. So.
So I guess you rolled the good Gat. You got your 5-star.
Yeah, I was rolling for Bennett at first because he's on the banner as well, and then I decided, yeah, I really want to join Mia as well, and I already had my like 5-star pity on that banner anyway,
Right.
and I was like 20 pulls in, and I pulled her with like 40 extra pulls, so for the pity roll I was also pretty lucky because it took me like 60 plus 10 for the weapon. That's incredible.
That is big, actually.
I mean, in total it was plus the pity beforehand, of course, it's like another 70 rolls. But you know, I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there should be. That's big. Let's say you and Mia.
I'm just,
You and Mia is
waiting
cool.
for Gun, you know. She
Yeah.
really is, and she's a perfect match with Klee personality-wise. So that's amazing.
CJ is the best Genshin character.
Wait, who?
Carl Johnson.
Sorry, I'm back. What did I miss?
It's alright.
Not much.
No, yeah, Madam Eva thinks Fiddler's a rascal, and you've all left the tent.
Yeah, we were waiting for you for what's going out on outside, so
Yep.
you wouldn't miss it.
Okay. So yeah, as you exit the tent, chaos has kind of ensued. The bonfire has spread a bit, so some of the wagons are now on fire. The horses are still kind of going crazy. A couple more have bolted off, but yeah, people are still screaming in the river, just like "There's over there!" It's just like then this the person that's telling the story runs over to you guys. It's like, Have you told the madam is everything okay? We still can't find the monster. We're very jumpy right now. We're not fighters, to be honest, but we're trying our best. Is everything okay?
How many tents are on fire?
No tents are on fire. Just one of the wagons has caught fire.
Okay, I go to the wagon and I throw my bucket of water on it that I had from the basement.
Oh my god, you kept that dirty water.
I'm going to tell the guy you may stop. I already slew the beast.
What? But you were inside the tent. How did you do this?
Ebo just speaks of, oh, that's amazing, Vincent. I saw it with my own eyes.
You did?
Leah's rolling her eyes.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh, tell me more. What did you do? How did you do it? We didn't see you leave the tent, but you say you slew it. Where's the body? Where is this creature?
Go on, Vincent. Tell him how you did it. Tell him.
Okay. Yeah, Vincent has a big smile and says, "Yes, no, I did. I had my greatsword, and you guys see me just conjure up a black greatsword out of thin air. And I'll say all I did was I just stabbed it real good in the stomach, and then I threw the body in the lake."
Stab him real.
But Vincent, don't bodies float?
Yeah, that's true. Where's the body?
May have floated downstream at this point.
I need you.
Stab it so hard it disintegrated.
Give me
like
a deception check.
Do I have to roll as well, I'm assuming?
No, for that, because you were helping, he gets advantage.
I'm just embellishing the story.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I'm missing
you
with
get
this, so the
advantage.
advantage
You
should be
get
gone.
Yeah!
Fuck you!
I'll tell you now, you're so lucky you got advantage, because that helped.
You're welcome.
Oh, of course, the river, it's clearly like, the river is quite heavy at this time. I can see it's, well, yes, it's quite strong at this moment. Oh, that's amazing! He said your name was Vincent, correct?
That is correct. Tell everyone.
Vincent!
Yeah,
Vincent, the hero of the Vistani! He just grabs your hand, lifts it up. It's like, everyone! This guy here slew the beast!
Have I put out the wagon by now?
Yeah, you went over there. Actually, give me a
survival. PP.
Yeah, actually, that was a good one. Give me a survival on that one.
In the background, Leah is talking shit with Garfield in the dragon language, and no one else knows what we're saying, but we're like, unbelievable.
Yeah, Garfield just kind of rolls his eyes like, I know, right? You grab like a pail of water from the river.
I had the bucket. No, I had the bucket.
Oh,
from
you
the
did.
basement.
Yeah, you had the murky well water. Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah. No. So you carried the murky water. You do douse the entire wagon out, but now it stinks. It just reeks of like. you don't really want to know.
Yeah, well, it's better than burning. They can clean it.
It's like, so he kind of like, they all start calming down, they all start kind of leaving the river after like a loud like huzzah. It's like, it's time to celebrate! And everyone just starts running back to the bonfires, like, they start getting like their good alcohol now, like really high volumes, really fancy stuff, and they all just like, yeah! Just start downing their drinks, having like a big party. Yeah.
Can I grab a drink?
You can.
Okay. Ebo grabs a drink and he celebrates with the group.
Okay. They all just kind of like pat you in like the back of, like on your back, just like grab you, like patting you on the
Come
shoulder,
on.
like, yeah, come on, Goblin!
Ah!
Yeah!
Have
Give
him
it cheers,
roll for
boy.
his alcohol tolerance
Oh
again.
yeah, no, he will
Yeah,
be. He
obviously.
absolutely will be. So
Don't worry about it. I was prepared.
roll me a Constitution save.
Oh yeah. There we go again.
Yeah, you down this drink. You were
Oh,
like
yeah.
you get drunk on the atmosphere already, but taking
Hell yeah.
this drink, this is some heavy stuff. You are already like almost blacked out at this point. You yeah, you are drunk as hell already. This stuff is strong. You everything is just a big blur. You are very happy right now though.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nudge one of the Vasani and be like, give that man another drink.
Of
No,
course! We're here to celebrate! It's a party after all! It's just like, just pours another drink in for you, Gibo.
Leah's sitting off on a rock with her arms crossed, and she's just like, is there anybody seeing or agreeing with what I'm seeing?
Irina at this point does come up to you,
Alright, she was
Leah.
with us.
Yeah, Irina does come up to you at this point, Leah, seeing like you're the only one that's kind of got a bit like... the only one that's kind of like taking this whole thing still seriously is like, you know I have to still get to Valakai before nightfall, correct? Like, my life is in danger here.
Leah responds, "Oh, I'm fully aware. I'm not sure if those."
Wait.
Comrades.
Now go ahead, Talia. Don't worry about it.
You are like almost blacked out drunk. You are.
Yeah.
Did you drink the second drink, by the way?
I did, but before I roll,
Yeah.
I was not aware that we had to do this in one day, because
I did
Yeah.
I did say you were.
Really?
Yeah, I did say
Where
you
the
were
hell
on
is
a big
Valakai
run.
then?
It would take you like pretty much the whole day to get there, but it's past this gate. It's like here.
Was it? Oh wow! I was not expecting it to be that small.
Vincent is going to be like sitting around the fire, telling the people who are thinking he's the greatest thing ever. He's going to be telling them like war stories and stuff. And then after Irina says that, Vincent is going to like set his like thing of mead down, and like slap his knees and say, "Oh yes, that." And then he's going to stop telling war stories and say, "Listen, fellas, do you guys think you'd be able to loan my group here a few horses?"
I don't think there's any left.
Give me persuasion with advantage. Also, Gibo.
Also note that this roll.
Yeah, so Gibo, you take another swig at this drink, and as you do finish it. You kind of stand still for a bit, and then you flop face first to the ground, and you're knocked out.
That's not a great roll, by the way.
You are.
I mean,
you are
shouldn't
knocked
we-
out for 4 hours, Gibo.
I'll note that down.
Shouldn't we persuade them with advantage because we
I
are
did.
quote-unquote the
He
heroes
did
of
roll
the-
with advantage.
Yeah, you rolled a
It's-
very good
yeah.
advantage roll.
Yeah. Listen, you've done a lot for us, and I feel terrible for having to deny this, but we can't offer any. We're down like 4 horses. We need as many as we could get for these wagons. It just taps the one that was doused in piss oil. It's like, ugh.
Is it so burnt that it collapses?
No, it's like
Aw.
it's quite charred, but he slaps it. And it's really sticky, and it's like, ugh. It just kind of smells it. It's like, oh, oh, sorry. Anyway, but we're down a lot of horses. We have a lot of wagons, as you can see, and I'm afraid we can't spare any extras. I'm terribly sorry.
Vincent is going to shake his head and say, "All right then."
If it helps, one second. He quickly runs to like some of the others, kind of like they all huddle up a bit, kind of whispering and. Yep. They all kind of like nod, like out of cheer. Well, the others all left out of cheer, but the one that was speaking to you runs back and is like, oh, we spoke it through, but to make up for it and with everything that's happened, please, take what you want from our tent. It's yours if it'll help with, well, whatever it is that you're doing. Something important, I assume, if you spoke with the madam.
Would there be anything of importance in their tents?
It's up to you if you want to find out.
You gotta
Okay.
investigate.
All right, yeah. Now Vincent will say, "All right, well that is a good deal then." And he'll get up and he'll go investigate the tents.
Okay, so there are 5 tents in total. I won't have you just like describe which tent you're going into each. But let me find them. Okay, so tent. So how many examining? I'm assuming all of them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so tent number 1. Yeah, you look inside. Nothing really noteworthy inside here. Just like kind of bowls of, I don't know, strange coloured liquids. You see like kind of pickled foods. Like all sorts of little knickknacks and stuff. You do see like a dismembered hand inside it as well, just kind of like on a shelf. But yeah, you look around, you don't really see anything kind of standing out. Tent number 2. Okay. You come across it's sort of a similar one, like a bed sprawled out, or bedroll rather. Some more little knickknacks and like jars and stuff, and you do see a pouch kind of on top of a like reading table. That's kind of like, it's slightly opened and it's like gleaming a bit.
Okay. I'll look at it.
Alright, yep, so inside you do see, I wish I had more dice here. Okay, so... That's really good. You see about 18, like, various gemstones inside. Give me a investigation check on this as well as you like look in it. Okay, yeah, you look inside. You can't determine the exact value, but each one of these is like at least around like maybe 100 gold.
Damn, and you said there's how many?
18.
Fuck, okay. Yeah, no, I will pocket that.
Yep. Okay. Inside tent number 3.
1 second, you said that was like a bag?
Yeah, so it's a pouch containing 18 gemstones.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, inside this one, very, very eerily similar layout, kind of down to the same detail. But inside, again, you see not the same pouch, but a kind of weirdly similar one that is also glittering on the inside.
Can I investigate that one?
Yep.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, yeah, so you look inside it, and you see it is covered in, well, it's gold coins. It's quite heavy. Give me an investigation check on this. Yeah, so you pull out a coin. It looks like a normal gold coin, but you do notice on the other side of it, it does look like a normal gold coin. You could see, on one side of it, as you turn it around, it has Strahd's visage on the back of it. This isn't a normal gold coin.
I'm just gonna share that, like, very casually with the room. Be like, this is not normal. Look at this, has Strahd on the back of it, and I'll just, like, kind of, like, show it.
Yeah, it's crypto. Strahd coin.
Okay, are you taking it?
Yeah, I suppose I will.
Okay.
And does she have the feeling that it has any, like, value?
With that roll, not really. You think it could probably be useful for something, but you don't. You have no idea if, or you have no idea at this point if anything or anyone would accept currency like this.
We shall see.
Yeah. So write down that you have a sack of 100 EP.
Okay, 100 EP.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
That's alright. Tent number 4.
Do you want to do this one, Konami?
Sure.
Okay. You come across kind of a more not run down, but just kind of more messy sort of tent. Like things just kind of thrown about the place. It's very not well kept. You do notice a small sack kind of on the floor leaning up against like a bookshelf, really, with like things knocked over on it. Okay. And okay. Are you examining the sack or?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, inside. Yeah, you see. Not you just see like a bunch of jewelry inside. You see exactly 11 pieces of like. You can see like 11 pieces of like kind of shoddy jewelry. Actually, give me an investigation check with this. You see a lot of shiny things in here.
That sounds like Fiddler.
You see a lot of very shiny things in here. You don't know how much it's worth. You just know it's very pretty, and you could probably sell it somewhere.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Shane.
Yeah, write down. I'm trying to think how to do this. So write down 11 pieces of shiny jewelry.
Fancy shinies.
That works.
11.
And write
With a
down
value of money.
6 pieces of shinier jewelry.
Fancier shinies.
There you go.
I completely mistyped that, but okay.
Alright.
It fits. You roll a 1.
Shinies.
Alright. Last one. Last 10.
I'll do the last one.
Excuse me.
Did Gibo not get to examine one, or?
Kibo's
I'm
passed the
knocked
fuck
out.
out.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Are any of the camp people looking at him, or is he just laying there?
Oh yeah, some of them are like some of them put like a blanket over him. Some of them like kind of keeping him company a bit. And like,
These are my people.
yeah.
How cute.
I'm gonna stay here. Fuck the
We know where
journey.
Kibo's going after this.
After this, I'm staying. You guys can go without me.
Oh.
I'm home.
Okay, hang on. I need to open a new window here.
It's getting too warm.
Oh, it is open. Whoopsies. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Open it again.
D100. Okay. I need to Google what that is. Okay, so, inside this, you can see there's like, this is probably like, whoever's is like the one that's kind of tending to a lot of the, like, the horses are like, just the general, like, livelihood of this, like, camp. You can see, like, a lot of, like, various, like, you can see like a lot of various equipment that you'd use to like look after a horse, and just like other personal belongings. You do see though, kind of more in the back, sort of kind of hidden, a rather interesting looking saddle.
A saddle?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll investigate it and look at it.
All right. So, hang on, I had to double check on this. Is this? Yeah, it is. Okay. Give me a investigation check. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With that, you know this is definitely not a normal saddle. This is a very this is a magic saddle. Like this thing has like a lot of like value to like especially cavaliers. Riding on this saddle will make it that you are like you cannot fall off of your horse. You are like you are like one with like your horse essentially. It's like an extension of yourself. Not literally, but you are like you become like the ultimate cavalier essentially. You can't fall off from this horse, and your combat prowess while on horseback is like doubled essentially. You are much stronger when you're on horseback. This is
Okay,
this is all stuff that you've heard from like back when you were a soldier. People kind of like shared stories about something like this because cavaliers were like fairly common around Barovia and like the army and things like that.
I mean, I'll take it with me. I don't know if like it would be of use to me personally, but I'll take it, and I might at least be able to sell it. What
Okay.
is it called?
The Saddle of the Cavalier.
Wow.
I know. How are you gonna carry this though? You know, saddles are pretty big.
Pretty heavy as well.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
It just drops it again.
Taking your saddle, don't mind me.
I wouldn't be able to put it in like a bag or anything.
I doubt
Not really. It's a saddle is a very big thing. You don't really have a bag that would fit in.
a saddlebag.
Oh.
Can I look around in the room and see if there's anything that I'd be able to like put it in to take with me?
I mean, it is a saddle.
How big was the sack with shinies that I picked up?
Saddle size.
Actually, it was a pretty big sack. It was like something that you would store, like, you know, like farm goods in.
Like a saddle. But really, even if you put it in like a bag, a saddle is pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah, they are very heavy.
Like you need proper balance to like even bring it with you, right? Like, you don't want
I mean, it sounds like I can't really take it.
I mean,
Let's
if you
just
got a
sneak
horse.
out of the camp.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of horses walking around right now.
How many horses can I buy with these shinies?
I mean, how many did escape? At least 2 of them ran away, and when we got back out,
A couple
few
more
more
ran
escaped.
off. There's
Yeah.
only like there are like 3 horses left.
One of them is gone, 2 of them are probably panicking, and like
Yeah.
another
One is just
3 ran
chilling.
off then. So in total,
Um,
5 of them ran off. So if you find a horse, you could use it, I guess.
Can I just like carry it with me and like try to be actively making checks to like see if I can find a horse? And like I would just carry it, I guess.
Sure.
That could work, yeah.
Alright, I'll let you do that.
I mean, either that or I'm just gonna leave it and maybe come back later for it, but it is up to you on what you want me to do, I guess.
I think it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one looking at the saddle right now. It's your call.
I mean, like, it doesn't fit my character. Like, it would make sense that I would know what it is, but, like, Vincent wouldn't actively use it. So, like, if I took it, it would be to sell. So, like, if you think it would make sense for me to be carrying it with me, then I will. But like, I would actively be like trying to like find a horse, and then when we get to somewhere, I would probably take the saddle with us and try to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You're the one that plays Vincent. You know him best.
Yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it, then I will take it and just use that as the game plan of like I'll use it until we get to where we're going, and then when where we're going, Velaki, like I'll try to find like maybe a magic item store and see if they'd be interested in it or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can. This is a slight metagame, I guess, but if you do find a way to like identify fully what this does, I could give you like an exact specific of what this item will do.
Okay. Yeah, so that would basically like either find like a mage or go to a magic item shop and just pay them to identify.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you pick up the saddle then, I guess. You just carry it out, big cumbersome thing. And then yeah.
One second, Konami, do you have access to the identify spell?
I don't think so.
No.
You know second level spells, right? I think you should. You can learn identify. I think. I don't know if you took it though.
I don't think
I'm
I
not
did.
sure. I don't think it did.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, I believe sorcerers have the ability to change out spells, like, on level up. So it would probably just be easier for us to just find someone else. But okay.
I mean, I do have like decent arcana. Can't I use that to identify as well?
I think you need a specific spell, right?
Yeah, you need a well, okay, actually, you can identify without the spell, but using identify with the spell is like no checks. You just use the spell, you instantly know everything about it. You would roll an arcana if you want to try and identify what the spell is, or what the item is, rather.
So I would like take it to the group and be like, I have a good idea of what this is, but if any of you know better, can you tell me what exactly this is?
Ebo does not respond.
Yeah, Kipo's gone. Everyone that
Kipo
wants
is
to
just
try
like-
and identify this, roll arcana, but Vincent, because you rolled a nat 20, roll with advantage.
Yep.
Let me have a look. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Yep, you pass. So with this, Fiddler, yeah, Leah, you just look at the saddle. You're like,
That's the saddle.
yeah, it's a saddle. You sit on it. What horse has it? I don't know what's so special about it.
Like, it's a saddle. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, it's just a saddle. What? Fiddler and Vincent, you look at it, and you kind of, I guess you just kind of explain a little bit on what it is, and you kind of mull over ideas and things of each other, but you do kind of eventually, it does kind of click, and you do kind of figure out what this does. So the Saddler the Cavalier, while you are sat on it, you can't be dismounted against your will if you're conscious. And every attack roll against you and the mount will always have disadvantage.
Holy sh!
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So that is what that saddle does.
Damn, Barovian Cavaliers are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they cheat, but that's pretty amazing. God damn.
Cool.
Yep, so that is what that saddle does.
And these guys were common as well? Holy shit. They had some crazy cavalry then.
Well, Vincent knows that this is not a normal thing. This is like, this was like kind of a fabled item that, kind of like Nessie. People didn't know if it was real or not, but it was... Barovia has a lot of like cavaliers, as you've seen, especially with that skeleton knight that was on horseback that passed you like last session. Yeah, so Barovians really like... They like horses pretty much. There's kind of like an equestrian sort of town or like area. So something like this was just kind of like a fable passed around, especially around in the military.
I mean, I would still assume they have some pretty amazing cavalry if they're an equestrian nation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But fair enough. But fair enough on the saddle, though.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, as you leave, I'm sure you're just carrying the... Well, yeah, the guy runs up to you and is like, "Oh, you found our saddle. We did say you could take anything, so that's fine. Don't ask how we got this, please. But yes, you may you could take that, and I've noticed you've taken a few other things. But is there anything else it can help with?"
Vincent is going to extend his arm out and like put it on the guy's shoulder and say, "You have done enough. I do appreciate you."
Ah, thank you, thank you. I do feel somewhat guilty we couldn't give you a horse, especially if you're taking the saddle. But well, yes, if you're leaving, well, safe travels and best wishes with you and your group. And oh, yes, of course, your goblin friend over there just points to a snoring Givo just by the campfire, or like the bonfire. Don't you might not want to forget your friend, who might be very confused when he wakes up.
Vincent says, right, yes. I'm
I'd
going
wait.
to like look over my shoulder, and speak to Fiddler and say, would you mind go waking him up?
I
I'm
turn to
blacked
the
out, so I don't think he
yeah.
can wake me up.
I don't think that's gonna work. But I asked the guy that was here with us. Is it okay if we take the blanket with us? So I can just make him into a little goblin burrito and carry him.
That's adorable.
Yeah, yes, I suppose you may. Yes, we have plenty to spare. You can, of course, you can take the blanket with you as well. We don't want him to
So
catch a cold now, do we?
Yeah, exactly. He might prove useful. Still,
Still,
So you're planning on carrying him?
I will wrap him in the blanket and I will just carry him.
Okay.
I thought you were actually going to try and wake him up.
Well, I mean, with
I'm
that
like
amount of
a god,
alcohol,
like
if
God,
he's
I
been
was fucking
knocked
wake
out
up.
there on the floor for like over an hour, then I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
All right.
Considering the bar
combined.
situation, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
What time of day is it right now?
You left in the morning. So, and it took about, I'd say it's like maybe 1 p.m. now. You got there around, it took a few hours to get there. You got there around like midday. You spoke with Manameva, you've examined the tent, everything that happened. It probably took you about an hour, so yeah, it's about, I'd say 1 p.m.
Okay.
Cut. In the middle of the day.
Yeah, in the middle of the day, yeah.
Great, great.
We will gather up our stuff, and then Filler goes to grab Gibo, and then we will head off. And we're going to Valaki right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us head to Valaki.
Okay. So, you start making your way to Valaki, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the actual pronunciation?
So
I'll
yeah,
believe
they
you
kinda,
whatever you call it.
yeah, I always, I say Valakai.
I'll
So-
let you move the character, Bren.
Okay, yeah, so it's kind of moving around. They kind of point you to this way. It's like it's a you know, it's a shortcut to Valakai. And yes, safe travels, and then you get to around here. Let me...
I would like to still be making active like investigation or perception checks to find a horse.
Okay, tell me whereabouts, what tile from what we've gone over, if there were any at that point you wanted to explore or like search around for, rather.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So with all the tiles that I kind of walked you through, like around this sort of area, move your character to a tile that I put you over if that you want to search for a horse for.
Let's say like right here.
Keeping that again. Oh, you're actually stood on it. Okay. Yeah, give me a investigation check.
Do you want investigate or perception?
Investigate. You give me either investigate or survival. I'll let you pick because you are specifically looking for an animal.
I mean, did he tell us that he's looking for a horse?
That's up to Vincent if he did or not.
I would have told you, yeah.
Okay.
Gibo is
Right,
not aware of
so-
any horse shenanigans.
Yeah, no, you don't see any traces of a horse here. Fiddler, you don't see a horse, but you do see two separate tracks. One leaning more, southward direction this way, and one leaning kind of heading more toward the bridge.
It looks like we have some tracks leading to our left and some leading across the bridge there.
The shortcut that we were told about, that would take us over the bridge?
It would take you to the bridge.
To the bridge? Okay.
You can where you're
so-
stood, you can see the bridge, but it's like a 10-minute walk away.
Okay. So let's get up here, and then like when we get to the bridge, I'll try and make another check there.
Okay. Yep. Survival or investigation, your choice. No, you still don't see any signs of a horse.
Okay. From here, would we
Fiddler,
cross the bridge or?
Yeah, you would cross the bridge. Fiddler, you can see a horse, kind of like taking a drink from the river, like just on the other side of the bridge. And you do see more horse tracks that have kind of actually gone over the bridge as well.
I nudge Vincent and I point to the one next to the bridge.
Okay.
So without saying anything, just not to spook it.
Leah, do you have good animal handling?
I indeed thought I had something, but I could be wrong. I am checking my.
I thought you had proficiency in animal handling, but I
I
could
have
be
a
mistaken.
thing that says speak with animals. It's so I don't know if that gives me. What does that give me? I gain the ability to comprehend verbal communication with beasts. Okay, that's during. Prin, do you know off by hand?
If speak.
It's
Wait, what are you asking me exactly?
If am I like do I have like a proficiency with like animals or anything? Like I thought I did.
Let me have a look.
You can check it in your skills on your
Yeah,
character sheet.
proficient-
But it's the
I can check it in my skill.
Yeah,
the
proficiency
second-
means that you
second
would have a
one.
higher number on it. So, like, I'm looking at your thing now. You have proficiency
a
in
2.
insight because you've got +6 to insight. And
Oh,
it's
okay,
also
I
got
see
a
what you
tick
mean.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, the animal. I don't have a tick on the animal handling. I only got like a 2 for that.
That's still higher than mine.
Yeah,
Okay,
mine is
well.
a 0. So, if you, Vincent would ask Leah, seeing as how Leah has the pet dragon, he would think that she is at least good with animals. So Vincent would ask you to try approaching the horse and try to calm them down so we could grab them. If you could potentially, is your speak with animals? Is that a spell or what is that?
That's a spell.
Is
I
it
believe
okay?
it is.
Yeah.
Potentially you could cast the speak with animals and just try to like
Could I?
persuade them, but
Don't forget
Okay.
to keep Garfield away, because that will spook the horse.
Garfield. I'll tuck Garfield into my jacket. But I can't. I guess I'll. Can I cast that spell then to speak with animals? See if I can get like the horse to calm down and we can like get it.
You can try.
Okay, I will give it a whirl.
Okay. So you are casting Speak with Animals on yourself, I assume, and
You can
how
request
so
permission.
how are you doing this then?
Okay, well, I have an idea, so I guess I would I would cast the spell and try to like slowly approach the horse with like maybe my hand out, trying to like soothe it and like show like let it get my scent kind of thing, like, and just slowly approach it, but like I want to judge by like the horse's reaction.
Hang on, sorry, could you repeat that? So you're like trying to sneak up to the horse, you said.
Not sneak up to it per se, but like slowly like just like make my presence known to it, so like it doesn't feel like I'm going to attack it or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you do that. How are you gonna get its attention? Because it's like it's currently taking a drink from the river. It's like it's not.
I guess
noticing.
I guess I would kind of speak very lowly, but like low enough that like you would hear me, but just like in a calming way, if that makes sense.
Okay. So alright. So I guess you just kind of go like, hello, hello, sort of. And like the horse is like, oh, oh, who's there?
It's me, Hank.
I would just be like,
Whoa!
I'd be like saying like really soothing things, like, oh, it's okay, like easy does it, like, you know, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh.
You like speaking horse for immersion.
So this
No.
conversation, yeah. So for in this conversation, they're speaking. You know, they understand each other, so it sounds like common or English or whatever to them. But to you guys, she's just kind of like neighing and like making like breath noise, like kind of thing. And like the horse is responding in kind.
It's working.
It's like, I recognize you. You're from the camp.
Oh, okay. I guess I'd be like, well, we kind of need you. Like, can we use you? Like, you know, it's all good.
Use me?
Don't mean you any harm.
What do you mean by use me? I'm not a piece of meat.
I mean, okay. Well, I'd be like, can you join us? Can you assist us?
Well, with what exactly? What you want? You want to ride me like those beasts back at the camp?
Maybe try offering it some like food. Like we should have some rations on us or something.
It's a good idea. Yeah. Be like, yeah, kind of, but you know, can I offer you some food?
Food? What kind of food do you think you could offer that could change my mind from torment like that?
Oh Jesus, this horse is stubborn. What kind of food do we have? What would be like in the rations or anything like?
I assume
Just
like
probably rations, but you know.
Meat.
roll...
I assume like crackers and bread and stuff like that.
You got like
Yeah,
just like lots of bread, just like a lot of preservatives that would last for a little while.
I guess I'll be like, well, we just have, you know,
Roll
the
me
okay.
1d4.
Oh shit.
D-
A D4.
1D.
Yeah.
I wonder what you want to do with this.
How do I?
In the chat on Roll20, type in r/1d4.
Thank you. Okay, nope.
Other way around.
/R.
/R. Yeah.
And space between the R and 1d4.
1D. Oh, thank God. Okay.
And then... Yeah, okay, so you have got 2 carrots and you've got like you got 2 carrots and like just a bit of like lettuce as well on you, just for like a bit of salad.
Okay, well, I will offer that to the horse and be like, well, I have some carrots and some crisp lettuce I could give you. We
Yeah.
really appreciate your help and your assistance.
You can't think to buy me off with some delicious orange crunch sticks, you beast! He's just eyeing those carrots intensely. Can you give me
I'm gonna
a?
start
Can you give me a
waving them closer.
persuasion? Can you give me a persuasion roll?
Persuasion.
I wanna
Oh, jeez.
tell her that we'll offer him more carrots when we get to town.
I mean, we're fucked.
Well, hang on.
anyway.
I need to
Yeah,
look
it
at the
wasn't
stats of a
that-
horse.
Okay.
Someone should get off their high horse, though. What a bitch.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
Fighting words from a
fine.
passed out goblin.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, a horse is -2 charisma, so. Yeah, he just kind of stares at it. I rolled very low, by the way, so. He kind of stares at the carrot, like, you beast, you trying to toy with my. Alright, fine, you win! And just kind of gallops towards you, like, give me that crunch stick!
Leah gives him the crunch stick, and then I tries to pet his mane and say, "Good boy."
Oh!
Do
Just
we know it's a
crunching the
boy?
carrot.
Leah
Oh.
turns to her group and be like, "I think I got it."
Oh, very good. Alright, I'll help with whatever. Oh, as long as you supply me with more of these lovely delectables.
Leah agrees, saying there's lots more where that came from, if you help.
Oh, excellent. Oh, very good.
Alright, Leah turns to her comrades and is like, "Alright, I got the horse on board, let's do it."
Vincent is going to approach and attempt to put the saddle on the horse.
Oh, what is this? What is this creature doing?
Leah would hush the horse. Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, actually, are you gonna try? I assume you're trying to calm down the horse a bit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, "Oh, it's okay, he's just putting a saddle on you, it's okay."
Oh, well, he's with you. I did say I'd help. Very well. I don't find those things very comfortable, though, if I'm honest.
This is a special saddle, right? Maybe this one's comfortable.
He can't.
was
He doesn't. He doesn't really fully understand what you guys are saying. Only Leah.
To
Okay.
be fair, I'm blackout.
That's
drunk,
also
so-
true. You are. You're probably just murmuring and just thinking like, oh, the horse, oh, saddle.
Fucking horse.
Did he let me get the saddle on him?
Yeah, he's calmed down now. Leah can
I wanna-
convince him.
Ask Leah if like the horse is like fully okay with it, or if there's something wrong.
Consent.
Leah would say that the horse was kind of hesitant at first, as in, like, it likes to be free, but likes the food too much, so I think it's okay. He was a little startled by the saddle, but I think we've gotten past that.
So yeah, you put the saddle on the horse, and it's all fitted on, and now you have a horse with a saddle of the cavalier on its back.
I am going to turn to Irina and say, would you like to ride the horse?
Oh, well, yes, I suppose I'm not used to extended travels such as this. Well, if you think it's okay, I'm just afraid that me being on horseback might also put me a bit more out in the open, you know. I might be recognized a bit more easily if I were sat on horseback.
Vincent would say that is understandable. If you would rather walk, that is okay.
Maybe we should put Gibo on the horse.
I was going to say we should put Irina and then maybe put Gibo on the horse, because they could probably ride it together.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what if we like drape Irina in the blanket and give her my top hat? Like maybe there's some like slight disguise. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, you could ask her that, and we could see how that go.
Well, yes. If you are certain that I'll be safe with this, I have no objections. My life is in your hands after all. I will deal with whatever you think will help. It would be nice to get off my feet for a change, I will be honest. We have been walking for quite a while.
I will like gesture for her, like to take her hand and then like help lift her up on the horse. And then I'll
Yep. She kind of grabs it, puts like one foot kind of like on the footrest of the saddle and just like swings her leg around the horse's back, just kind of sitting on the saddle now, and let's go and grabs hold of the reins.
Okay.
I'm so high up.
Then we
I
could try to
unwrap
fit Guido
Gibo,
on her. Yeah.
and I stick him on the saddle with her.
Okay. Yeah. So you managed to flump Gibo onto the saddle, just kind of like on the front, just kind of resting over like sideways, like a rolled up carpet. And yeah, yep, everything's fine. You're all set.
I mean, he is just laying there without the blanket because I unwrapped him.
Oh, you unwrapped it. Okay, so yeah, there's just an unconscious goblin lying kind of sideways around the back of a horse.
And I take the blanket and I wrap it around Irina like a poncho.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. So you do that. Give me a. What would I give? Give me a Give me a sleight of hand check, I guess, to see how well you could kind of like dress her up and disguise her.
Really well.
Question for when we get a little bit further, but when we start just walking, can I ask Irina a question?
Sure. Okay. So yeah, sleight of hand. You rolled. Yeah, with that, yeah, you managed to like disguise her very well. It's very comfortable. It's kind of tight fit a bit, but as you managed to wrap like the poncho around her and really like disguise her well. She is it's very hard to see her face even from like directly below, even like at your angle.
Yeah, I think this should work. And
Alright.
I top it off with the top hat.
Alright. So if there's anything else? So you wanted to ask the question? Because I assume you're probably about to take off now.
Yeah. So, Leo will be walking next to the horse, kind of like up by the horse, because, you know, like, I feel like Leo would think, like, okay, the horse likes me, so I'm going to be right next to it, making sure, like, he knows it's all good.
Yep.
So, but she peers up at Irene, she's like, so, what's the deal with you and Strahd?
It's a long story. I'm assuming you're all walking as this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so...
I'm not walking.
Okay. I assume most of you
Some
are
of us
walking. Well, yeah. It's a long story. I don't know many specifics. He won't elaborate, but he he invades and terrorizes our village, constantly looking for me. And well, it's everyone that kind of protects me sort of meets their end, I suppose. But the thing is, he doesn't call me by my name. He calls me by someone else's name.
That be.
That name is... I need to remember.
Dun dun dun.
I know. I said it last time, but I can't remember what it was. It's been too long.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Oh, it's this page. Yeah, yeah. He keeps referring to me as someone named Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Yes, well, it was a very long time ago, but I believe, well, his just fairly common knowledge, really, that his brother was married to Tatiana, so I'm not really sure fully why he's obsessed with me and referring to me with this name.
Leah would
no, I can't believe it's
Irene and
Strahd
they'll
as a
kind of
cut.
share a look.
I've seen enough NTR to know where this is going.
As we get here, can actually wait. Let me do this bit first, and then I'll scare you.
Yeah, you can't scare me. I'm drunk.
True. I'll scare most of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the horse.
Yep. So yeah. So as you get around here, you can see that the area is starting to get a lot more mountainous. You can see what looks like a big gate to your left, and another pathway heading straight up like a very steep, like hillside. It's going on for miles. It's like trekking. It's more like climbing a mountain more than going up a foothill. But you do see a path heading up. Can each of you give me a perception check?
Dab.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
How
So
long
yeah,
have we been going now?
it's almost 10. So we'll. There is a
No,
stopping
I
point.
mean the trip.
Oh, the trip.
30 minutes
From
at most.
there to there, it's been about half an hour maybe. It's like maybe we're coming up to like an hour.
So Gibo has been passed out for.
About an hour. Maybe
Yeah.
a bit
I
longer
mean,
because
with
you guys
the
were still doing.
investigation of the tents and
I would
everything,
say an
I'd
hour
like
and a
2
half if
hours.
this is an hour.
So yeah. None of you could really see this except for you, Fiddler, as you come across. Actually, no, Vincent, you do see. So you do see like a horse, kind of perched around like here. But Fiddler, you do also with that notice even more. You notice a second horse, but you do also see something behind it. It is a very fancy, very elaborate looking carriage.
You
And
cut out there.
it is sorry?
You cut out there.
Oh,
The fancy, elaborate looking.
it's a
blank.
it's very fancy and elaborate black carriage. It's got like
Okay.
it's got like a lot of like nice kind of like carvings and like ornate like sort of just carvings and like nice decals and everything on it. It is it's got two very large black horses at the front, and it is not really being it's not really being like mounted by anyone. From what you can see, it's completely empty.
That's kind of suspicious.
And you said it was like over in this direction?
It's here. Let me actually, because there are
Oh,
things
okay.
for this. Let me put them up on the screen. Do not mind the size of them. They are not that big.
Holy shit.
They are massive horses!
Oh no.
One of them is on a mountain and the other one is just.
Yeah, you can see two. They are big horses, but they're not actually that big. That's because you can't
Like-
really resize the token, I don't think, for that.
I can't see any sign of life aside from the horses.
Actually. Oh shit! Drop. Fucking.
Well, those dice will sound ominous
Okay.
at all.
Irina just kind of gives a little like pause. She lowers her head down a bit more, and she kind of whispers to, I guess, Leah. Because she's the closest person, and you were just having a conversation. Like, I think that's Strahd's carriage.
Leah's eyes flicker up to her. She doesn't really say anything, but to her, but she'll. Does anyone else hear what she just said, or is it just me who heard her?
Unless.
I mean, you also don't know there's a carriage.
Yeah, you don't know that there's a
I'm the
carriage.
only one that knows that.
Yeah, you can't see the carriage, but she just turns around and she does see it herself. She rolls very well there. Yeah, she just kind of turns down to you and says, "I think that's Strahd's carriage up ahead."
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, Irene says that looks like Strahd's crowd.
It is a very ominous looking black carriage. Yeah, it looks.
Should we approach precaution or try to avoid it?
So which way would we go to continue our path? Would we go to the left
the
or to
gate.
the right?
You would go to the gate.
Because we have to go to the town over there next to the lake.
I would just say we could try to just keep walking and pretend we didn't notice anything.
I'm
It
not seeing
depends
any
on
sign
if
of
you
life
guys-
aside from the horses, so I think if we continue, I think.
I mean,
We
we also
should be
got
fine.
Strahd's invitation, right? Well,
Yeah, but we're also time gated and we shouldn't bring her to Strahd.
we're also time gated on Strahd. They're both one day. But I mean, Gibo is fucking dead, so whatever.
I think we should take her to Valakai before we go to the castle.
Agreed.
So my vote is let's just keep walking and pretend we didn't see anything.
I'm fucking dead, so I'm not voting on this. It's all up to you guys.
Agree.
Yeah, I think we should move on, but like while we move on, I'm gonna like keep an eye on the carriage.
Are you still just kind of stood in the middle of the road, by the way?
I think we would have like been slowly moving, but we definitely like slowed down from what our pace was.
Okay, so we're still moving kind of forward to where you
Yeah, I
were.
would say
Yeah.
we're still moving. We just like slowed down from what our pace was. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, at that point as well though, one of the horses just kind of like look at you, and then like a loud kind of happens, and then all of a sudden you just see the carriage kind of moving towards itself, towards you.
Oh no.
Shit.
I think we do best to get through the gate.
Wait, did they even hear the horses? They're pretty far away, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't hear the horse, but just kind of, yeah, I don't know, just kind of more for role player, but
Well, Gibo
Yeah.
heard it, don't worry.
Gibo may be blackout drunk, but he's got the ears of a bat.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah,
So
the carriage kind of like catches up to you, But it's not like rushing to you. It's going to get a slow pace, and then it turns around like sideways, and the door slides open in front of you.
Oh,
But
God.
inside is sort of empty, but from inside, coming down the steps, you see a skeleton wearing a very elaborate suit, and it like extends its hand out to you.
Look, Mr. Bones, if I may call you that.
Wait, did it actually catch up completely?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
gesturing us inside.
Shit.
I assume you are here to take us to Strahd because of his invitation?
It hears you and it nods its head, but it also looks at you guys, and it notices there's a fifth person.
And that's just a goblin.
Yeah, okay, and it doesn't really do anything, but it just kind of like seeing the fifth person. It looks a bit confused, but then it raises its hand up and kind of raises up 4 fingers.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I turned to the group and I asked them, like, we are planning on accepting the invitation, correct?
I mean, yes, but not right now.
Yeah, so I turn back to the skeleton and I say, well, while we appreciate your offer for a ride and we do plan on accepting this invitation, we currently need to get our little goblin friend here some medical help, which is our first priority right now.
It kind of like nods, but then it also kind of raises its hand again, lifts up 1 finger, and then points to roughly around where the sun would be.
One day, I guess? Like,
Yeah, that's what the invitation said. So basically, am I allowed to say this or not, Print? Because I'm dead. But
Um,
I'm
well, you're saying that out of game unless you like.
I'm kind of saying it out of character just to clear things up right now.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah,
Out,
so
out of game
basically-
talk's fine.
Yeah, the letter said we have 1 day to attend, so it's either we
Well,
go
the letter
to Strahd.
didn't say 1 day, but Madam Eva said that Strahd told her
Oh,
to
no.
tell you 1 day.
Well, it basically means the same thing in the
Yeah.
end, though.
Yes, I mean that means 24 hours from getting the invitation, correct?
She didn't specify like how long
I
you
mean,
had. She just said
I
1
would
day.
basically assume it's either we go to Strahd or we go to Valakai right now, and one locks out the other one. That's what I would assume here. Because if we go to Strahd, Irena's definitely gonna get busted.
Is that the case that we can only do one or the other, Pren?
Bryn's not gonna elaborate on that, I'm assuming.
I could if you want me to.
I wouldn't, to be honest. I would rather play things out and live with the consequences if we make a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think we should take Irina to the castle. So-
Most definitely not.
Yeah,
no, probably
so-
not.
That's the
So
worst
if that
idea
is
for-
going to lock us out of like going to the castle right now, then like I'll take it. Like that's fine.
I mean, this is just speculation from my end, right? But I'm assuming it's the one or the other.
Well, that from where we're at right now to get to Vallaki, it's only a few more hours, right?
At the pace you're going, it would take you.
1 hour or 2, I think, at most.
It would take you maybe 3 hours together.
Yeah, we
So
left
you'd
at
get
1.
there. You'd get there in the evening.
Yeah, like if we drop her off and then like go to the castle after that, like I think that would fall under like the time frame.
This is just how I interpreted it, though. But it's good, definitely.
I mean, we left at 1 p.m. We've been going for, what, half an hour?
An hour.
An hour at this point, so it's 2. If it's 3 more hours, you get there at 5. And then 3 more hours back here.
Well, I would assume it's another hour to get to Strahd's castle from here, though, so that would
Well,
be
I mean,
4,
that's still before midnight.
Let me check something as well, actually.
I guess.
Keep discussing. I want to check something.
But like,
Okay.
in Velaki, like, I would want to try to look for any like shops or stuff like that.
We're definitely
We've got.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say because we've got some loot, and I just want to try to get rid of that, and I don't want to keep the saddle longer than we need it, and I don't want to just be carrying it around.
To be fair, the horse is carrying it at this point, so...
I wasn't planning on keeping the horse
no.
that long.
You want to sell it.
I mean, we could also just have you guys go to the town and I just jump in the carriage.
I don't think we should split the party.
I mean, if we split up the party, that's gonna be really awkward.
Hey, we split up the party in the inn.
Fuck.
And we see what happened there.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
to be
Guido
fair,
pissed
even when we...
himself.
I mean, Givo pissed himself again, don't you worry about that one. But
Roll
the
for
thing is, though,
incontinence, Givo.
he doesn't need to, he already pissed himself.
Alright then. Then Irina just kind of shifts backwards, like, ugh.
The poor horse.
The horse is like,
that's-
oh, what is that warm feeling on my back?
The thing is, though, it's not like we're immediately leaving Velakai. We're definitely gonna get distracted there by something. I don't see a realistic way for us to get back to the castle in time for a normal dinner time. Because it was a dinner invitation, I think. Or a banquet? I'm not sure. But either way, there was a promise of food, so... And we're definitely
Gibo
gonna
isn't here
get...
to take it.
Mhm.
There's a promise of food and Gibo isn't awake to take it.
I mean, Gibo is a drunk, not a foodie. But anyway, I don't see a realistic way to get to the castle in time, because we're gonna get more lore dumps in Velakai.
I mean, I'm fine with just not going to the
Oh,
castle.
definitely, I don't mind either way. I'm just saying what
Yeah,
I
no, that-
think.
That definitely sounds like a trap. So, like, we could just not go.
I mean, I'm very curious about the castle, but the real priority right now should be.
We need to get her
Arena.
to safety, but I really want to go to the castle.
I mean, I don't give a shit about her, but Gibo needs to go to Velakai, and he doesn't really care about Strahd at this point. So that's my take. But the out of character me really wants to know what the castle invitation is about.
The
So I-
skeleton starts kind of just like tapping its like foot, and like extends its hand again, like.
Aye, that's not fair. You said we had to discuss. You were doing something. You can't progress the story without saying you're back. That's not fair.
I am the god of this world. I do
Yeah,
as I
right.
wish.
Guys, go on, discuss. I gotta go take a piss. Oh, hey, I'm back. It's 1 hour later.
2 hours still, Gibo. But yeah,
Like I said, I want to get her to the town, but I also really want to take the invitation and just hop in.
I mean, that could technically be done, but I feel like sessions would literally have to be split to make that work properly.
I mean, we've had a one-shot already. So.
Yeah, because then you would leave the party for a while, do the one shot, maybe die because there might be encounters, and we never hear from him again. But realistically, that could work. But I feel like the castle, I feel like that's actually a dangerous thing to split up for something like that.
That would
I get
actually
what
be a
you mean,
thing.
though.
If you do decide to split up and one of you, or whoever does go to the castle, will get an extra session, I guess, away from like the main thing, I suppose. Or we'd have to do like 2 separate sessions essentially.
It's a cool idea though, but it's like
That does sound cool.
I mean, the thing is, I have a lot of days off next week, so technically I would be available for it.
yeah, but
But it's
also
also the case of Prinny.
Bryn can probably fit it in. I think. I mean, I'm speaking for
Monday.
you.
Actually, no. Next week, I'm
Oh.
free every day except maybe Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm working.
I'm
Wednesdays,
also
that's
doing
fine.
nothing this week.
The thing is though, if this is because we got 2 options, right? I mean, the Valakai is probably safe. There might be an encounter or something, but that's the most likely the safest choice.
I'm just gonna have a good
'Cause-
drink as well while you do this.
Because the castle, I mean, it's just an invitation from Strahd, and if it's not just a lore dump, you're fucking dead, kid.
It's just Fiddler.
Facts.
It's no big loss.
To be fair, Fiddler is awesome. I like every character in this campaign.
Fiddler's just a fucking moron. That's
He's good at
tormented
what he
by the
does,
voices in his head and enjoys chaos. What if I sneakily use Mage Hand, sabotage the carriage, and buy us some time because we couldn't go because the carriage was broken?
Skeleton in shambles. McCarry.
I actually want to try that now.
Oh god. Don't fiddle it up.
So I mean, like, if you guys actually want to do this, like, I'd probably be able to do like hours, maybe, like, if we have a small session on like Tuesday, either Tuesday or Thursday.
I could really do any day, honestly, now that I'm out of school. So.
I still don't think we should, but like, if you want to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because it's risky business.
And
This is risky.
Metagaming it, it's like, why the fuck would we do this? But in
Yeah.
character, it's a really cool idea. That's the problem. Because it's realistic, right? Like, we don't know each other that well. It makes sense for one of us to want to check stuff out.
I mean, nobody here knows my goal.
Exactly. We just know you fiddle with things.
Hello, Eric. I will also say, whoever decides to go to the castle will most likely get the off-schedule slot. So anything that's not the Saturday or Friday, Saturday times. Whoever would go to the village would get the Friday, Saturday times.
I mean,
That's
Debo
fair.
is going to the village regardless. He doesn't have a choice there.
Fiddler, if you want to do it, then like, feel free.
It's really up to you if you want to split.
I do think it would be amusing and might prove useful if it works out.
Let's do it.
Are we sure we want to do this?
No,
I'm all
but
in if you're all in.
now.
We're committing. Fuck this. I'm doing it.
So
Okay, if we were to split up, what would happen?
You guys
Um,
head to the village and I head to Strahd.
You're gonna go to Strahd by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why it's dangerous.
See, he hasn't shown any aggression towards me. In the town, he was messing with Vincent. He looked at Leah. I'm pretty sure he looked at Givo, but he didn't do anything to me.
Wait. Don't forget, you're the fucker that turned his wolf on him.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
He does. There's no way he doesn't. He
Split
saw
the
you do
group
some
up even
weird shit.
more? Like send like 2 people and like then like two people with the other girl to the town?
Gibo wakes up in the meeting with Strahd.
What the hell am I? I mean, I literally don't have a choice. If you do that,
Realistically, Leah, if you do want to send 2 people, like Vincent is going to Valakai, so you would be the one to go with
Oh.
Fiddler.
Unless I take the drunken goblin.
The thing
I
is,
mean, yeah, but
Ibo has said he needs to go to Valakai though, so it would be a dick
Yeah.
move.
No, I'll just go on.
It's
You guys
pretty
have
up
stuff
to
to
you.
do
I'll
there,
take
I
whatever.
don't.
I'd go to the thing, to the palace, I suppose, or whatever, to the castle.
Yeah.
But
But the
it's
thing is,
whatever the group wants to do.
The thing is, though, you really hate Strahd, so I'm not sure how good of an idea that is.
Also, considering
Yeah.
he attacked your father, he probably knows you're his daughter.
That's so true. I could be playing right into a trap. But I'm down for, the adventure and the problem
Look,
killing.
if Fiddler
but whatever.
dies, so be it. I'm sure you'll meet another chaotic idiot.
We'll meet his
Can't
brother
kill
in
the
Valakai.
dragon. What will I do? If Garfield dies, I'm gonna cry, so...
I don't know how to control Garfield.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I don't
die.
speak dragon.
I just want to remind you that Strahd was very interested in you and Garfield. So that
True.
might not be a great idea.
Probably not.
Out of character, I want to know what's gonna happen because that sounds like some super shenanigans, but like it's not a good idea.
I just don't.
Like I
I
said,
want to do
both
like the
Leah and
smartest
Garfield are
character
his
play.
target. You are his target, and I'm pretty sure he definitely noticed Gibo more than
be
he's
fair,
noticed
he
me so
just-
far.
He just weirdly looked at me, probably because I'm a goblin. So. He
Yeah,
doesn't really have a reason to think I'm a threat or anything.
I think Fiddler should go by himself, but I mean, I don't think he should go at all. But
I feel like Gibo is legitimately the least worrisome character to send. I mean, he's fucked up right now, so he would just be like,
Send
ugh. But the thing is, like, Vincent is, I mean, Vincent got toyed with there in that fight, and he knows Vincent hates him. He probably recognizes Leah from her father and the dragon thing. If he noticed Fiddler doing the spell on the wolf,
He's
Fiddler's
fucked too.
yeah, and Gibo is pretty much the only one that didn't really do anything weird. But again, Gibo is drunk in black dot, so that would be really weird if we just like an unconscious goblin turns up.
Oh, argument's sake, let's just say we did split up, and one group goes to the town, one group goes to the palace. At what point would the group from the town end up showing up to the palace? Like how many hours? Because aren't they just like dropping like Irene off? They would go to like probably a couple stores, and then they would be like on their way back to the palace, right?
I mean, realistically, out of character, if we go to Valakai and like dump her there, there's definitely gonna be maybe she's gonna say something like, "Hey, you can
That's
go to this
true.
guy, so and so," and then we get another quest. I mean, we obviously have the main quest.
I
of the
think it's
artifacts.
safe to assume that if we split up, you're not gonna go to the castle.
Yeah.
That's true.
Basically,
That's a
we
good point.
would probably wait around Valakai or do some side questing in Valakai until the split group comes back, or until X amount of time passes, or we receive some weird message from Strahd again, like, "Hey, your friends are dead, bro." Like,
I just think the cons are just outweighing the.
Yes,
The
but think
pros
of
at
how
this
fun
point.
it could be.
they have from the start.
I
This
know.
is the worst idea.
I
But
just
I am
have
going
to say, I
regardless. I'm
just
just
have
gonna
to
say that
chime
right
in.
now.
I just have to
Yeah.
chime in. I'm loving this, by the way. This is so entertaining. This is cool. Go on.
Just
I'm glad
imagine
I'm allowed to
Prin being
talk.
the skeleton just standing there while we are just arguing among each other.
You know what the most interesting part of that would be? That Gibo was actually talking right now.
He's just
Just
sweet
this
talking.
blackout drunk,
Yeah.
like goblin, just having an argument with everyone. And the amount of times you've said Irina in front of the skeleton as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going regardless. So if someone wants
Irina,
to come
don't
along,
worry
then
about it.
all right,
Yeah.
so what are we actually going to do then?
I mean, Fiddler
Okay,
just said he's
seriously.
gonna go regardless, so.
I just cannot let it go because it can be so fucking funny.
I feel like I'm actually gonna watch that stream this time because I'm way too
I
curious
think
about
it's
it.
I think it's a bad idea for Fiddler to go alone, though. I really do. Like,
Yeah, the problem though, like, see, really, this is gonna sound mean maybe, but it's best to send just one character to die if they were going to die. Because if we send two, like, regardless, a small group it's such a big
that's true.
disadvantage.
That's
So
true.
it's better just to sacrifice one person over splitting the whole party.
No, maybe it won't be that though. Maybe it will be like, I don't
I
know,
mean, yeah, definitely, it could just be
a pleasant
safe.
dinner party.
It
Maybe.
could literally just be a lore dump and then he's on his way. That could also happen, yeah. But if there is an encounter, you don't want to split up the party too much. Because if we go 50-50, everyone's gonna die.
You've seen what Fiddler has done so far. Have faith.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
Sending your
single-handedly
most-
stopped a cult. I've single-handedly destroyed a camp.
I mean, you could basically
Sending your
say
most
you disrupted.
sending your most chaotic party member alone to someone that could just choose to destroy the entire area if he just so decides he wants to. That's only gonna go well.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's too much fun to let slip by.
I wish I wasn't blackout, because this could be a really interesting thing for Gibo as well with Strahd.
I mean, like I said, I can literally just take the drunk goblin.
I mean, that's literally up to you. Don't let me influence that, because Gibo. The only thing you know about Gibo right now is that he needs to go to Valakai. And he's drunk, obviously, but, you know. So
Hey,
Well-
The only realistic way that I guess you could in character do that, and this isn't influencing anyway, just kind of, I don't know, justifying
go
it
ahead,
away,
no worry.
is Fiddler just classing it as a prank, like, oh, Kibo's gonna be so fucking shit when he wakes up here, you know?
hey, Gibo. Call evens or odds.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the thing is, I'm literally, you guys pretty much decide Gibo's fate where you want him to go, because I
See,
cannot
here's the thing.
choose.
It would be very useful to have Gibo with me because of how much you fucking annihilate with every encounter.
I mean, Gibo wasn't that strong.
You're the one that killed everything so far.
No, that's not true.
Except for Strahd killing his wolf.
I did do decent damage, but it was definitely a group effort. Like, come on. We all hit pretty well in most fights.
Well, what are we gonna say?
The best part about this is it's basically Fiddler is definitely gonna go. It doesn't matter what anyone says.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like he's set.
Well,
it-
I
It's
think
literally a case of who wants to come along.
Yeah, I mean, the thing
And
is,
considering you all have to go to the town, I think it's gonna be me on my own.
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm actually leaning more towards take the goblin with you, because at this point it's just for the lulz.
I mean, note, if you're gonna watch anyway, you might as well be a part of it, right?
I mean, I'm not sure I'm on board with the whole prank thing, considering I just helped Vincent with his bullshit in the village. That got
But
me
I'm also
drunk.
fine
I
going
mean,
alone,
because
so...
you would also think that, you know, Gibo needs to get to Valakai. It would, like, he might not exactly be the happiest goblin knowing that you sent him further
He
away.
isn't the
and it
happiest
will,
goblin anyway.
I mean, but I mean, he might not exactly be a very happy person if if he finds out that you've taken him further away from his objective.
I mean, Gibo's mostly a serious asshole, but if he can bullshit his way around, he's gonna jump in, of course. Like with the bar and pranking the Vistani people.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't
pranking
know fully how your character will respond. I just kind of assumed.
No, you're right. He would be pretty annoyed. But that's just doesn't mean it would be a bad thing though necessarily, because there could. The thing is, a conversation with Strahd could be very interesting, because you know, Gibo doesn't really have a reason to care about the people of Barovia so far. He's just here to
I mean,
to do
that's
his
also
thing.
why I'm planning on going. I haven't shown any aggression or distaste towards Strahd aside from self-defense.
I mean, you had earlier in the village, then I said we just met each other 2 days ago, and you were, oh yeah, shit, yeah. I don't have a reason to care. Yeah, I mean,
I've only acted in self-defense. I've done nothing targeted
oh
towards
yeah,
Strahd.
I know. I mean, I'm
So
fine
if
either
anyone
way.
can have a
it
tame
really...
encounter despite my
I
chaotic
think I
nature, I
might
think it'd
also
be me.
need to, just because of like time, we might need to hurry up
Yeah.
with a decision here.
I'm going.
Oh, we know that. Like I said, it's literally up to you. I'm fine with either outcome as long as you can properly justify it in character.
That is always the key thing. Yeah, just think of a in-character reason why you would do something like that.
I suppose we could argue that, Vincent probably shouldn't go because, he got fucked up by Strahd.
In a
And
broom.
I mean, I also think that both Leah and Vincent wouldn't really be okay with me taking a shit-faced goblin with me.
Yeah, no, Vincent would be against going at all, and like he would say leave Gibo. He wouldn't let you take Gibo.
And
So
considering Vincent is a bit tougher than I am, that is like physically going to stop me from even remotely taking
To
the
be fair, we're all as strong as each other. Leah is the real buff character in our group. Like, Leah's the only one with above 8 strength.
Well,
So,
and it's
I
not
guess I'll
much, which is
just-
pretty sad.
it's a decent number to be fair. It's above average.
What would what's Leah's thoughts and take on this?
Leah wants to go because she really, really wants to know what that invitation's about, especially because she really, really wants to know what happened with her father, and she feels like going to Strahd, she would get the answers, but she has the dragon to consider, she has getting Irene to the town to consider, and then the overall, is it a trap of going? So, the cons kind of outweigh the pros, so she is kind of leaning more towards just going to the town.
I'll give you Gibo's thoughts on the matter. That was it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna follow up on that. Yeah, very riveting. I love it. Very
Thanks.
insightful, Gibo.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'd be
Well,
very
I think-
torn on having Irina chime in or not.
Chime
But
in,
you're not.
Irene.
Okay, well, yeah, because the thing is, you're not really talking about this in character, are you? So.
Yeah.
it would
I mean,
also
the
be a
last
bit weird.
part was in character, so.
That's true. And then, alright, so Irina's like, ideally, I'd like all of you with me if you can help it, because more people means more protection. I won't dispute anyone that needs to go on their own or take this invitation. You do still have a day, but I can understand your curiosity and your anxiousness.
Fiddler walks up to the horse with Irina on it, and I just whisper to her, look at it this way. If I go and see Strahd, he is too busy to look for you.
Oh, that's a good point.
I jobbe. Ik wil protect you.
All of a sudden, charging through the barkeep. Oi, laddies, how's it gonna?
But Kanami knows that reference. It's from a really bad stuff.
I remember.
Oh, right, okay, but still.
Yeah.
If Fiddler,
But yes, I am going.
Leah would go, but I think Leah's gonna go to the town because Fiddler sounds like he wants to go by himself, or like he doesn't mind going by himself.
You're a very, very brave man, Fiddler. I really admire your courage. She kind of gives you like a slight smile.
I thank her and I turn to the group and I say, well, I guess I'll be joining Mr. Bones here then. and I'm sure we'll see each other again. Be it in a few days or another life.
Live long and prosper.
Okay. So you go and
I
he
step into the
hand
carriage.
well before that he stops you and sticks his hand out.
Does Vincent still have the invitation?
Yeah, Vincent's got the invitation.
Vincent, give me the invitation. Come on.
I love after all that you would just stop like no, hang on, you're forgetting
Yeah.
something.
Vincent is gonna roll his eyes and then like take it out of his pocket and hand it over to you. He says, I hope you know what you're doing.
He doesn't.
You've seen me so far. Don't worry. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Alright, he
That's what not to say in a horror film. You're not supposed to say that because you're going to die. That's rule number 1.
I will say I do have most of this I do have most of the dinner party already prepared, so it won't take long for the session to go. But it also depends what you do. I will have to give that preface.
It's gonna be a 6 hours.
He's a wild card, so.
He is. As the wild card of a currently going D&D game already, I completely understand. Yeah, so you hand the invitation to the skeleton, you step inside, he kind of looks at the rest of you, lifts up his hand with like 3 fingers.
I turn to the skeleton and I tell him, yeah, my friends are going to get the little one some medical assistance. It's just gonna be me.
We will join him there. Maybe? Like, can we join him there, or we're not gonna make it?
I feel like we should just wait for him to return.
We can tell the
Unfortunately,
skeleton that
circumstances have made it so they cannot join.
Wait, hang on, you, like, 2 of you were like kind of speaking over each other there.
Go ahead.
No, I'm telling the skeleton like that they can't join because our goblin friend is doing really bad.
He kind of
I
turns to
was-
you, but... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say that we could tell a skeleton that we will join them in a day, and Konami is just going early.
Yeah, that could
Because I don't know if we should tell the skeleton that we won't come, because that might make him aggressive.
That's true.
I mean, this might also make him aggressive. Like, no, you're.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts. It's
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I get you.
I think I can convince Strahd of you guys.
Alright, well,
being on
he
the
kind of like turns to you, the skeleton, then kind of turns back to the group, kind of, I guess, like a bit expectant of your answers.
That was my answer.
Excellent. Good roleplay.
Thanks. I'm feeling this.
He's kind of like
drunk roleplay.
tapping his foot a bit, just kind of a bit impatient,
I
waiting
think we've
for a
all
response.
in agreement that I will be heading over just so that Strahd isn't kept waiting, because that would be rude.
Is anyone else gonna respond to
Bless
this?
You're literally just staring at the skeleton that's getting more impatient as time goes on, as it's waiting for an answer from you guys. Irina is also shaking
just
her head,
told him.
though. Yeah,
but he's waiting for an answer
Yeah, he's waiting for
from,
an answer from everyone else.
Leah agrees. Sorry.
Alright. That's alright.
Yeah, we don't want Strahd to think we're ignoring his invitation.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Irina just kind of shook her head a bit. Gibo's blacked out drunk, so he can't respond. The skeleton's aware of this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's a bro.
He kind of like fist bumps your like unconscious hand, like.
Kibo just knows what's going on.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's just kind of staring at Vincent now.
Sorry, what's going on? I missed that.
he
He's
wants
waiting
your
Awaiting
response.
your answer.
He's waiting
Mine
for your answer. Are you going or not? Pretty much.
I mean, Vincent would tell him that we would go after we get our friend medical assistance.
Kind of looks a bit unsure if what to do now. But he turns around, steps into the carriage, and just kind of waves by. And then the door shuts, and yep, and then the carriage is turning around, and it starts slowly heading up toward the castle at the top of this mountain. Up this way.
Farewell, friend.
Yeah, you split the party, and one of you's going to the final boss. All right.
I just want it to be known that I was against this.
It's okay.
I stated multiple times the cons outweighed the pros, but, gotta follow your heart.
This is gonna be a very interesting one-shot, I guess, a off-series sequel. I don't fucking know.
Spin-off, I would say.
Yeah, spin-off, really.
Filler's wacky adventures.
Filler and Strahd.
Filler Fiddler's Wonderland.
It's like a sitcom, like a comedy sitcom kind of thing. It's like Filler and Strahd. Unexpected roommates. Yeah, just laugh track. Strahd just opens the door. Fiddler, did you put my whites in with the reds again? Oh, you!
Fiddler just turns up at the castle, Strahd opens like, what's the deal with skeleton? That door opens.
So yeah, at the moment, Fiddler, you're now away from this session. We'll
Okay.
carry on a tiny bit more before we decide what to do
You
next.
left.
Yeah, you're gone. Get out.
Don't worry about it, Fiddler. I know how it feels to not be part of the session.
We'll continue on a little bit more and then we'll decide what to do next. It won't, depending what really happens, it won't take long left on tonight to get to the town. It's kind of a bit reliant on our RNG, but it won't take more than maybe
Can you ping where the town is
It's right there.
It's
on the
over here.
map? Oh, jeez, okay.
Yeah, so in game it will take a few hours, but in session it will probably take no more than maybe like half an hour if you're really unlucky.
Let's hope luck's on our side. We got this.
Okay. So you get around here, kind of mulling
You want
over
to
everything
remove
that's
the
just
horses,
happened.
by the way, or does it not matter?
Sorry? Oh yeah, I can move
Oh,
the
hor-
horses. Yeah, the horses are gone.
I mean, I don't mind. But I like the horse statues on the mountain.
It's too late, they're gone.
Oh no, Strahd, you bastard.
They vanished, and then all of a sudden the carriage tips over, rolls down the mountain. Oh, it's a horrible wreck.
That reminds me of something that happened pretty close by. I say a few years ago, but like 100 years ago.
The
But then
Academy
again, a lot
actually
of
leave
carriage
because he
stuff.
could have stayed in the session. if he wanted to.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
He left his joke, the prick.
Oh, okay. Because I saw that you were gone for the actual session, but I didn't know if you left a call. or
Yeah.
not.
Accidentally.
Right. So I need to get the thing back up. So,
No, I'm just refreshing my page because it was laggy.
okay, fair. So as you head up toward the gate, this has an actual picture to it. Show. You start heading towards
Oh shit.
this. This is the gate that you are walking up to.
Yo, that's awesome.
And yeah, I mean, you can see it's got giant, very lavish statues on both sides. The area's like pretty foggy. Like yeah, cliffsides sort of surrounding it. Yeah, huge iron gates hanging on the stonework. Doers clinging from the rusted bars on this, like kind of a bit hanging overhead as well. The statues are also headless as well, like both just kind of a clean cut on, like kind of a perfect clean cut on both statues. Um, yeah, it's like the area is just like covered in weeds and everything. Fairly cold area though, cold temperature. But yeah, you can hang on. Yeah.
Deeper's got cold resistance for like 2 more hours, so it's fine.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's not cold enough that you would need stuff like that, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh, he's warm enough.
Okay. Yeah. So, how are you approaching this gate?
Blacked out.
Good. Are you all just kind of walking towards it, or is someone going out first?
You cut out
suppose
there.
so.
Oh. So are you all kind of approaching this at the same time, or is one of you heading toward the gate first? Because it is actually, this one's closed.
Yeah, you fucking shit him.
Vincent would approach it and like open the gate.
Well, you try and push the gate, but it is not opening.
It's a massive gate, to be fair.
Yeah.
Does it appear to be like locked or?
You don't know.
Can I try to investigate?
You may.
Definitely not a chest high wall.
You don't. You know. Well, okay. You can't see like a lock or anything, but you do notice very tiny etchings kind of around like the archway on the stone surrounding it. You can see that they are kind of more glyphs or like runes. You can see that there is a spell put on this gate. If you want to try and decipher it, give me an Arcana check. You cannot tell what is written here, or what this is.
I have a spell called Detect Magic. Is there any way I can use that? And be of any use?
You can try.
Should I try it, Vincent?
I mean, we know it is magic. I don't think that would help.
Detect Magic does tell you everything about what the magic property is on something.
Might be helpful.
So it would explain the lock then, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, I didn't think it did that. So if that's the case, then yeah.
Yeah, Detect Magic
Let's do it.
is anything within 30 feet. You can't see or detect it through like walls or stone or anything, but anything within 30 feet, you can anything within 30 feet that you can kind of you see like an aura around that has any form of magical property, and you can immediately kind of identify what that is as well.
Yeah, I just thought it was like, yes, there is magic here. I didn't know it like explained stuff.
Oh, actually, no, I think you were right. It does. You learn at School of Magic, but. Yeah, actually, I think that was my bad. I think it did. I thought it did, but I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. Well. What I'll let you do then is you can roll Arcana with advantage then, just for that little hiccup.
With advantage, you said?
Yeah, well, this is Leah, because she used to.
Oh, okay.
Magic. All right then. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can see there is a there is quite a heavy magical property around this gate. Looking at it, it is a sort of magic lock, blocking this door, and looking at like the kind of inscription and like the properties of the spell, this door remains locked unless there is anything Vistani sort of by the gate.
What does that mean?
Uh,
Like Visani?
Danny are the people we just left.
Oh, okay, got you.
We got a blanket, right? How's it go?
Yeah, we have a blanket. It's on top of Irina as like a poncho thing.
So I'm guessing
Yeah,
you're
well.
beckoning the horse over.
Now we're throwing Arena at the wall.
Ah! Alright, so yeah, you're beckoning the horse over, and as the horse starts getting closer to the gate, you just hear like a loud kind of clang, and then like the gates start kind of raising upwards, like.
To the
Convenient.
horse and goes through.
Yep. So you're all walking past with the old horse.
I definitely am.
Very good. Okay. So yeah, you carry on, and things and stuff happen. Blah blah blah. Hoo hee ha ha hoo. That's the adventuring song.
So where is the actual village at, or are we inside of it now?
This is the village. Can you see mapping?
You just gone past out of like. You
And
just
this
gone
is where we
past
are.
like like the I guess the more heavily overlooked area of Strahd's domain. You're now kind of you're still at Barovia, of course. This whole area is Barovia, but you've just gone past like the eastern
Like
gate outside of his domain, essentially.
Right, but like the village of Vallaki, or the town of Vallaki.
Yeah,
To our
Yes,
northwest.
it's by the big lake.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Okay, so I will do one here. We'll do one more thing, and then one more, and then we'll see what happens.
And then filler dies.
Okay. You. Yeah, there's that one. So you come across as you're walking around here. You don't see anything much noteworthy, but you do see you just kind of see a you just see a grave just on the side of the road here, really. There's like some kind of there's some like flowers, just like a just like a like one of those roadside graves, really. It's got like a few like flowers and things on there, really.
Oh.
Well,
You
let's keep moving along.
just keep moving. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose. Is that okay with everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no opinion on this
Yeah,
matter.
Givo's,
Okay, just
Givo's
checking.
blanked out right now, so. Okay.
It's okay. I'll be consulting Vincent then. Just Vincent and
Yeah.
Irene.
As you get around here with everything that happened. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, so as you get around here, you see kind of a forked road going up here, and you notice there is a fairly large windmill up here at the top of this hill.
Shit.
Can we inspect it?
You can.
A
You'd have
windmill.
to- yeah, you'd have to go up to it. It's
Uh,
kind of
how far is it?
It'd take like 10 minutes of your journey to go up there, and then 10 more minutes to get
What
back.
do you think, Vincent?
So one minute. Vincent is going to look at the windmill. He's going to see it. he's going to stare at it for a few seconds and then kind of say, "A windmill. Why does that sound familiar?" And he's remembering the documents from the death house. Didn't we get a deed to a windmill?
Oh shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
There was
That
something
sounds
with a
from.
windmill, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
didn't. Who
yeah,
had that?
I don't know if this is the same windmill, but let me check my items because I'm pretty sure I have that in my inventory.
I don't know if it actually told the name of it, but let me find out as well.
Oh.
Yeah, deed to house and a deed to a windmill.
We got too far.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't have any other information about the windmill than just like the deed to it.
No, not that one. Is it this one?
Ah yes, Barovia, the equestrian nation of many windmills.
Exactly.
Is it this one?
No, it doesn't say the name of the windmill, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do have a deed to a windmill, though. You do indeed have that.
Vincent is going to pull out the deed from his bag. He's gonna like open it, read it really quick. Does your notes say anything, like any information about the deed to the windmill, or does it literally just say deed to windmill?
It says that you do have a deed to a windmill. It does kind of give the general location, just kind of central, more central windmill of Barovia. It doesn't really have a name on it.
So with that information, would I think this is that same windmill?
You do have a map actually, don't you, in your inventory?
Yeah.
This is pretty much central Barovia where we're at right now.
Yeah,
I think this is the same windmill, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could probably make an educated guess that this is probably the windmill it's talking about.
I'm going to kind of like be talking to myself, but like Leah, you could hear it, and Irina could hear it.
Okay.
Just saying like this is quite curious. Is this the same windmill? And then he's going to look over at you, Leah, and say, we found this in that haunted house. I believe, judging by the map and the details in the will, this is the same windmill.
Leah would look slightly surprised, but at him, being like, "Oh yeah, forgot about that. Perhaps we should go investigate it."
I'm going to ask Irina, is that okay if we take a small detour, or would you rather proceed to the city and we can come back later?
I will.
Time check.
Yeah. Well, seeing what happens here, it's dependent what we'll do. Anyway, well, I will admit I'm a bit anxious of being out in the open longer than I need to, but as I mentioned, I am in your capable hands. I will go with whatever it is that you decide to do.
Capable hands.
You say this as a drunken murmur. You do hear this. It's been about 3 hours, so you're starting to like. You're starting to kind of like wake up a little bit, but you know you're still.
4 hours, so I'm fucked.
Huh?
I mean, more like one of us is like dead drunk, the other one of us fucked off. Capable hands. Like, alright, let's do of them.
Yeah, so you've only got 2 of you that are like capable fighters right now.
Yeah, Vincent is going to turn to you, Leah, and say, should we go investigate?
Leah would nod and agree. She would say, how do you want to go about this? Do you want to go up there and we stay here with Irene, or should we all go?
If one of us are going, I think all of us should go. Vincent
Good
says
idea.
that.
Okay, well, if Irene will go, I'm down.
Okay. Vincent is going to start walking towards the direction of the windmill.
Alright, well in that
Leah
case...
will guide the horse.
Okay, as you get there, in that case I will end the session here because I was not expecting you to go to the windmill already. So I need to prepare a lot more stuff.
Oh, great.
Yep. Alright, so... End the session.